Hello, everyone. It's a late one, but why not? Why not? Let's just get a move on it. Oh, very good shot from Gunnar Tilaka, and it's his 50 is up. 50 is up. Gunnar Tilaka, 51 off 35. Fantastic knock, man. Tell you what, Sri Lanka are looking good at the moment. The 89 for naught off 9.2 overs, and not a wicket fallen yet. So they're in a really strong position in this T20. A very strong position in this T20. Crypto 17 got in there early. 40 minutes ago. Fazan, do you think Pakistan's cricket team is stronger now than it was 10 years ago? I definitely think it is. That's interesting. I'll tell you what, we'll answer that at the end of the over, I think. That's interesting. We'll have to think about that as well. Good shot again. Just runs that down to a fine leg, though, this time. And the projected score is 191. Not surprising, considering a 90 for naught of 9.3 overs here. And West Indies were unchanged. I think Sri Lanka, from what I could tell, were unchanged as well, actually. Um, Obviously, West Indies winning the first T20 really comprehensively, and the second one, so far, so good for Sri Lanka. They put on a fantastic batting display so far. 90 for naught. McCoy is 0 for 16 off his 1.3 overs. The left arm paceman, who's I haven't seen much of him obviously until this series, but he looks okay, and that's a very good shot again from Nisanka. And I'll tell you what, the Sri Lankan batsmen and players, you can tell they've definitely been practicing their T20. I wonder if the LPL's helped quite a bit as well, because I genuinely think a team like Sri Lanka, the franchises will help a lot. So that would be interesting to see whether it has any effect on, I guess, them going forward. Having a look at his the first T20 variation, he varied up his pace a lot, McCoy. Wondering whether he's maybe not mixing up as much here, and that's probably the cause for more runs being leaked. That's a good shot again from the left-hander Gunnar Tilaka, but just straight to the sweeper cover. It's a late one, so I'm gonna try and see if I can see this match till the end. Let's see if I can do it. I reckon I can. Got enough in the tank, you know. One ball left in the over, and then Cryptic. I'll get to your question. Don't worry, we will answer that. And Cryptic, you said about Pakistan's cricket team, but in what format? What do you mean in all formats, maybe? That's an interesting question. McCoy running in here, and short, Gunnar just pulling that away. Too fine leg, and it's a 94 for naught of the first 10. So at the halfway stage, they're in a fantastic position here, Sri Lanka, and they'll be looking to get 200 here. They'll be looking to push towards 200. Gunnar with 50 already. Okay, Cryptic, let's answer this question. So 10 years ago, that's 2011. You know what? Let's have a look at our squad in 2011. 2011 Pakistan World Cup squad. Let's have a look. In fact, you know what the best way to do it is? I'm going to go 2011 World Cup. Pakistan versus Australia. And we got knocked out. Let's have a look. So, and whilst I'm looking that up, Charles, this is going to be an amazing game. The thought of Simmons, Lewis, Gale, Pooran, Pollard, Holder, and Bravo chasing 200 in a T20 game is like mad. It is. Says thank you, Sri Lanka, for putting up a good total. 100%. Yeah, that's a really good point, Charles. That will be. I reckon the chase could be crazy, actually, and in a good way. So, yeah, fingers crossed. Alvin Lewis is looked really good actually in that first one, and yeah, I mean that their batting lineup is powerful to say the least. Let me have a look actually. Pakistan. I just want to see our squad actually for that game, and here we go. Yeah, we got spanked by India in the semis, didn't we? Let's have a look here. I remember watching that actually. Alrighty. For anyone who likes the history, 10 years ago in the 2011 World Cup, Pakistan lost by 29 runs to India. India 260 for 9 and Pakistan 231. Sachin Tendulkar hit 85 off 115. And who do we have in the lineup for us? So we had, as Dwayne Bravo's bowling around the wicket to the right-hander. Really interesting. We'll have a look here. Oh, that could be out, That could be out. I reckon that could be out. That was fantastic fielding. I think. Who's it from? Is it from? It's not from Darren. It's not from Dwayne Bravo. I think it's from someone else. Let's have a look. That was a fantastic bit of fielding. Fantastic bit of fielding. Decision pending. Where's the replay? Oh, that's out. He's miles out. What a piece of fielding. That's an absolute cracking piece of fielding. Seriously. And who is that? Let's have a look. That is, I'll tell you what. It's a big piece of fielding there. That's for sure. Because was it Dwayne Bravo for his own bowling? I didn't think it was. Yeah, he's miles out. And that's Nisanka, who's 37 or 23. That's a big, big wicket because Sri Lanka are cruising. And now West Indies have a new batsman to look at. So that's a really, really crucial wicket at this time to kind of make sure that Sri Lanka well, West Indies are thinking, you know what? We're here. We're here, Sri Lanka. Don't you dare try and think that you can get 250 on this flat wicket. Okay, whilst we're having the new man come in, I'll just have a quick look here. So our lineup was Kamran Akmal, Mohammad Hafiz, Asad Shafiq, Yunus Khan, Misbah, Umar Akmal, Abdul Razak, Shahid Afridi, Wahab Riaz, Murghul Said Ajmal. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Cryptic, I can get on board with the fact that you think that Pakistan's team is stronger now. Yeah, I can get on board with that. Cryptic says, I also think their team is stronger now. The stadium's capacity is 5,000. Doesn't matter, man. You know what? Some of these Caribbean cricket grounds they just look amazing. They just look amazing to play in. Let's have a look here. It is Dwayne Bravo for his own bowling. That is great fielding. He's just a great all-round cricketer, Dwayne Bravo. He really is, and he's been doing it for so many years. The guy is just an absolute legend. Really is fantastic stuff from him. Wide up from Dwayne Bravo after the wicket. And Cruz says, don't bring back bad memories, Fazan. Apologies. Haris Arshad says, do you think England will be able to get a draw? I don't think so. No. I reckon it'll be a result either way. Cruz says, I think Pakistan 10 years ago were all over the place, even 5 or 6 years ago in 2016 Asia Cup. Yeah, maybe. No, I think Pakistan are miles stronger now, potentially. It's a good question. Do you think India are stronger now than 10 years ago? Or 5? Keep in mind, 10 years ago, Sehwag, Tendulkar, 5 years ago, Yuvraj Raina. Let me have a think about that. That's an interesting one, actually. That's one for the mid. I reckon that's one for the innings break. Personally, I think India is not as strong now as they were 10 or 5 years ago. Okay. He says the stadium is nice. It's like a club cricket ground, but it's sick though. Yeah, it is. It's sick. It really is. And Haris Asha goes, did you watch the final episode of One Division? Hold on 1 second. Very good dot ball. Fantastic dot ball from Dwayne Bravo. 100 kilometers per hour. Guy's just quality, man. He is quality. He's a quality T20 player, isn't he? No, I don't. I haven't watched a single episode yet, to be honest with you, Horace. So unfortunately, I cannot discuss it with you. I probably will get around to watching it at some point, but yeah, I haven't yet. Charles says, do you also have a weird feeling of goosebumps and depression looking at this West Indies team? Just imagine what West Indies could have been if they were able to retain all these magnificent talents. You know what? That's a really good point. Oh, that's out. That's out. Oh, that's a big wicket. And this is a huge over from Dwayne Bravo because oh my God, I'm going to try and pronounce his name. Oh my God, can't do it. Gunnar Tilaka, got it. Gunnar Tilaka has gone for 56 or 42. That's a big, big wicket. He was looking really dangerous, the lefty, and the two openers who just caused havoc at the start, Dwayne Bravo has managed to get both of them. That's a wide Yorker, and Gunnar Tilaka has he's just pinged it straight to cover. Oh man, just could have left that. And say he's just chipped it. That's It's a bad bit of batting. It's quite village, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But West Indies are starting to make it look interesting. I'm hoping that West Indies, sorry, Sri Lanka even can carry on and make a big score here, because as you guys have all been saying at the start here, West Indies have got some power in that lineup, and we want them to be chasing a big total here. So yeah, 100%, Charles. Just imagine what they could have. What could they have been, man? He says, it's difficult because after they won the World T20, if they had just stayed together, imagine how good they could have been. They could have been. They're still now the amount of talent, especially in the T20 side. I think actually for me, the T20s is not an issue because I feel like they play enough cricket, like CPL, IPL, PSL, like. And again, it's not the same level, but it's still T20 cricket, and most of these players are all very experienced anyway. So I feel like they can get away with it. But in terms of like Test cricket, they've really, really struggled. They massively struggled, haven't they, in T20 cricket? I would say. Cryptocurrency17 says, Vasam, why did West Indies not put Bravo, Simmons, Gale in their team like a year or two ago? Politics. Was Bravo and Gale the reason why they went in the team? Is because there was political unrest between some of the players and also the board to do with pay, etc. Lendl Simmons was like in and out. To be honest, Lendl Simmons wasn't doing amazingly well until the last year and a half or so. So just while we get to the rest of the questions, it's 96 for 2 off 11 overs. And Sri Lanka have got 2 new batsmen to the crease, Chandamar and Matthew. So not ideal, but 2 experienced players who got out really softly in the first T20. So they'll be looking to rectify that. Horace says Sri Lanka just had to mess it up. Yeah, exactly. They just had to mess it up. As we've got Fabian Allen on, who gets away with that. It's a bit of a long hop, really. But Chandamar is his first delivery, so gets away with it. Just having a look at the wicket again, it's he just doesn't move his feet there, Gunnar Tilaka, and he's just straight to the fielder at cover. Fabian Allen bowling around the wicket, the lefty to Chandamar. Horace Usher said Sri Lanka just had to mess it up. No, they've got time, man. They've got time. They just need to build a partnership again. They've still got time. If this had happened and they've got 5 overs left and they need people to stay in and do it, then I'd say yeah. But at this point, it's okay. It's all right. Cash says that Windies always have issues with player loyalty / board issues / money issues, etc. Yeah, exactly, 100%. Yeah, I agree with you. Unfortunately, it's just because as well, I hear that a lot of people say it's because technically it's a bunch of different countries. So if it's a bunch of different countries, then clearly you're going to have loyalties. They're not quite cohesive. Like, for example, a team like India, even though it's huge, it's still one country. So everyone is under that branch of we are Indian. But whereas apparently from what I've heard in the Caribbean, I'm Jamaican, obviously, and there'll be people like, oh, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, or I'm from St. Lucia, or I'm St. Lucian. They're not like, I'm West Indian. If that makes sense? So that's kind of why as well, which is understandable. So I think it's a different dynamic for sure. And it's unfair on the players that they don't get paid that much compared to some of the other countries. It's difficult. It really is difficult. I do sympathise with them to a degree as well. It's just a bit of a mess in total. That's a Nick from Chandamar, and who's that? Chris Gale using his feet. Good footwork from Chris Gale. Horace Usher said, is Venue not watching the game? It's Friday. So I actually asked him. He did say to me he would let me know. It's 102 for. Hold on a second whilst I just updated. That was a good over, by the way. Only 4 from it. 102, 100 even. 4-2 of 12 overs. Horace says, is Venu not watching the game? It's Friday. Yeah, so unfortunately, well, no, I messaged him and said to him, do you want to do it? He did say, oh, I'll let you know because I might be sleeping emoji. Venu basically is a very early riser. He'll wake up sometimes at like 5:30 a.m., but he goes to sleep pretty early as well. So it's quite difficult to get him on at this time, even if it's only like 10 o'clock. It's pretty difficult to get him on. So I messaged him. He hasn't seen it, I don't think. So he's probably asleep, knowing him, and he's probably he loves an early night in. Does Venu? I tell you what, he will. He's one of those guys that when we get older, he'll just suit retirement perfectly. He really will. He's already got the perfect old man attitude and regimen in place already. He does, not irresponsible like me. Cash says, imagine these guys prioritize Test cricket, Pollard, Gale, etc. Yeah, 100%. I mean, Gale obviously has tailored his game towards T20s, but to be honest with you, he still has the ability. Pollard is another one. Imagine he's an all-rounder as well. Pollard would have been really, really handy. Dwayne Bravo would have been. I mean, Dwayne Bravo did play Test for a number of years as well. So, but he was in and out of the team. And Darren Bravo, his younger brother, is like a Brian Lara. He's basically a B-Tech version of Brian Lara. Darren Bravo. He's a wannabe Brian Lara player. And it sounds so bad, but it's so true. He has so much talent, hasn't fulfilled it whatsoever. But yeah, I agree with you, Cash, 100%. Imagine they prioritize Test cricket, but unfortunately, the money's not there. That's the issue. Just showing DJ Bravo, Dwayne Bravo's pace variation. That ball, that's ridiculous. So that ball, and I don't know whether that was that. I feel like that wicket ball, because it was so wide, and it felt like it slipped out of his hand. I think it almost slipped out of his hand, but it was 79 kilometers per hour. So that's like how many miles? The slowest ball, 49.3 miles per hour. That's like a spinner. What the hell? That is a spinner. That's a spinner speed. That's absolutely crazy. No, he's doing it on purpose. That's 98 kph. He's doing it on purpose. He's damn clever. Dwayne Bravo has got very good cricket IQ. Look at this. It's a big off cutter. That's the thing. It's a big, big off cutter. He's a damn good player. Anyway, Crypto says if India loses Test match, I've heard they will play Asia Cup. If not, it will be cancelled. I thought it was going to be cancelled anyway, but I don't think it's been officially. But yeah, that would make sense because it's at the same time as the Test Championship. That is an outside edge, but runs away just to short third man and gets round. Last 14 balls, only 8 runs, 2 wickets. So run rate of only 3.43. They're not great. Crypto says they are not fit enough to play Tests. Yeah, but that's just because, again, the priorities. You know what? Actually, imagine Andre Russell. Imagine if Andre Russell didn't play all these franchises, and maybe he had like a couple of players, right? Imagine he only played a couple of tournaments, even Andre Russell, and then he prioritized Test cricket. Can you imagine him running in, bowling 90 mile per hour spells? He'd literally be Jofra Archer, like as in bowling quick spells, or Mark Wood, those type of players. He'd come in, bowl quick spells, really quick, and then he could whack it as well at the end, like Butler. It's just like ridiculous. I mean, the West Indies players are damn talented. The amount of talent they've got on their team is arguably they've got the most talented team or talented players. West Indies, arguably, you could say. It's just a shame that unfortunately the infrastructure is not there and management, etc., to, I guess, push forward. But I'm hoping that it's not going to happen with this current crop. But the guys coming through, who obviously played in that Bangladesh tour as Chandimal, complete. That's a big outside edge. That's an easy catch. It's a good catch though, very good catch. And Dwayne Bravo is causing absolute. This is carnage from Dwayne Bravo. It's 104 for 3. And who is that? No, it's Chandimal. Come on, man. Chandimal's really experienced, but he's causing havoc here, Dwayne Bravo. Absolute havoc. And they don't know how to play him. They really don't. He says they're not. Yeah, so hold on here. Charles says, from everyone's comments here, it seems like Sri Lanka is playing the role of supporting cast in a Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Does anyone even care? I care about Sri Lanka. But the thing is, it's difficult to talk so much about Sri Lanka when West Indies had that batting lineup, because all you're thinking is, I really want them to post a big total. But at the moment, Dwayne Bravo, he needs to stop bowling so well. Can he stop bowling so well? Because otherwise, we're not going to have a big total to chase. I say we, like I'm a West Indian fan. I don't care who wins, really. But yeah, I think everyone just wants to see a big chase, man. I don't really mind who wins. I'd like Sri Lanka to win, so it's 1-1. But if they could win like the last over, that'd be great. Cash says that does Ryan not get into the team because of his questions around the legality of his bowling action, or did he fall out with the board? I'm not 100% sure, actually. I think, actually, Narayan, I think, and I could be wrong, that he's become a bit predictable when people start to pick him, similar to like Ajanta Mendes, so he's not as effective. From what I know, what I've seen, he's not as effective as he once was, Sunil Narayan. I know he's still a good bowler, but I think he's lost a bit of that mystique around him. That's a full toss from Dwayne Bravo. A very uncharacteristic loose delivery from the experienced champion. Remember that song that Dwayne Bravo did after they won the World Cup? Champion, champion. I'm not even going to try and sing it, actually. That's silly. Crypto17 says, imagine Venu secretly watching the stream. Then fantastic. It just helps my numbers. Guys, as well in the chat, thank you everyone for joining. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I think everyone has, but if not, please do. It really does help. You're all legends. Crypto says, get ushered on ASAP. I've actually asked him as well, but he hasn't come on. He has the link though, so if he wants to, he can. Charles says, I've heard so much about the West Indies team. Oh, good shot, good shot. Just down to long on for only one. Charles says, I've heard so much about the West Indies team from my grandpa. They used to be a beast in the 60s to 80s. It's a shame what they have become today. They have such a big legacy. Mate, oh my God. Can you just, I'm just going to say this. So everyone in the chat will remember that team that Australia had, right, in the 2000s. That ridiculous team with your Hayden Langer, Ponting, Michael Clark, Michael Hussey, Jason Gillespie, Brett Lee, Shane Warne, McGrath. That ridiculous team, right? That for a number of years. West Indies had that team, that type of team, but they didn't just have it once. They had it like twice, at least. Yeah, they're just unreal, man. The West Indies and Viv Richards. A lot of the players nowadays who play aggressively, and you think about your KPs and stuff. I think they all looked up to someone like Viv Richards. The West Indies is just in the blood. Seriously, they are an unbelievable cricketing nation, or nations even. It's just a shame that maybe the infrastructure is not in place, but they've got a few things that have been quite good. Like, for example, they had the franchise Super 50, which was really cool, which basically is their yardstick to pick the ODI team. So, for example, they had they told all the West Indies players, if you want to get selected for the ODIs, then you have to come back and play this tournament, which is a franchise tournament, but it's no international players. It's just all the West Indies players, but they obviously got the money and funding behind it, which is really cool. And so they played that out, and obviously that's why a few people have been picked in this T20 side and also the ODI squads as well. And I was just thinking, you know what? That's perfect. Like, why don't more countries do that? Because obviously you have your ODI or your 50 over formats, but the international players don't come back for it. As in, if they're on, no, they make sure that they don't make sure that, for example, the ECB won't say, well, we're going to work around that. And what will normally happen is it's over a number of months, right? This is over a couple of week period, and they just play all their matches. And I was like, this is a great idea. I was like, why do more people not do this? Cash says, think Poran could play in tests. Ooh. Him and Hetmeyer, and I've said this, and I'll say it again. Nicholas Poran and Hetmeyer are like supremely talented. But whether it's an attitude thing or whether it's a case of maybe they're just not quite, they don't have the love for Test cricket. I don't think it's quite there for those two. They're kind of T20 crazy, and the money's there as well, which I think helps. And it's definitely an attraction, of course, as well. Sri Lanka, by the way, their run rate is down to 8. It was at one point nearly 10. They need to. Matthews 11 off 11. He's struggling, and they're really struggling to pick Dwayne Bravo here. And Dwayne Bravo has turned this game and this innings on its head. Fantastic bowling so far. 2 for 8 off 2.1 overs. Ridiculous. And he's just bowling what could be classed as dibbly dobblies. But dibbly dobblies that are very, very, very accurate and efficient. And they can't seem to pick him out of the hand. But anyways, yeah, I think he could potentially. He's got the ability. Oh, there's a run out opportunity. That's a run out opportunity. They get away with it. If that's a direct hit, he's gone. Matthews is gone. If that's a direct hit, it's Lendl Simmons just misses there. Yeah, I reckon he could definitely play. The only issue I have with Nicholas Pooran is obviously the way he plays now. It's completely different being a T20 player and then being able to play in Test. I don't know. Does he have the defensive game in Test cricket? That's the biggest thing as a Test player, as a batsman. It's not attacking. It's not being attacking. It's not being aggressive. It's your defensive setup. Because if you can defend, then all the shots come off that anyway. There's no issue, and most people can play attacking now because they play T20s, they play ODIs. Like that's kind of a given nowadays. But unfortunately, what's really at a premium is people being able to defend properly, which you think would be the first thing people learn, which it is. But nowadays, people forget about it a lot. Hara says, is Ushered awake? No idea. Cryptic says, Ambrose, Lara, and Vivian. Yeah, so Curtly Ambrose, unbelievable bowler. Malcolm Marshall, Brian Lara, Viv Richards. I mean, Chanderpaul even. Like, there's all these unbelievable players. Like, just Solomon Ben. No, I'm joking, not Solomon Ben. Solomon Ben was a decent player, but I'm just joking, chucking him in there. Imagine Solomon Ben up there with the legends. Haris Usher says, Clive Lloyd. Haris Usher said, when West Indies were at their strongest and no one could beat them, didn't Pakistan destroy them and match them with their deadly fast bowls and tests and stuff? Yeah, that was Wasim Akram and Waqar Yunus, I think, when they were in their prime, or they're pretty young actually, and they just ripped through them. That I think at the time the West Indies were towards the end. That team was towards the end of their reign, and a lot of the players were towards the end of their careers, and yeah, just young, fresh Pakistan team, and that happens. It's kind of like a little bit of a change of the guard, I think it was as well, but that happens in everything. Just looking at who's next, Dickwell is in next, sort of really good player. Pereira and Hasaranga. So they've got batting left, Sri Lanka. They just need to build some partnerships here. The run rate is 7.89, and they're being clever here. They're really trying to just work it into gaps. Well, Cryptic says, have you been to Hajj? I haven't yet. Inshallah, one day I will go. It's on my list to do kind of ASAP if possible. Cryptic says, I still think West Indies have a good team though. Shea, Hope, Hetmeyer, Pooran, and Joseph, Hazari Joseph even, Sheldon Cottrell and Kieran Pollard. Now they have Dwayne Bravo and Chris Gale. Shea Hope wouldn't get into the T20 side though. He's not a T20 player, so he wouldn't get Hetmeyer though. Yeah, Hazari Joseph. I'm surprised that they don't pick Hazari Joseph for T20s because he plays Test matches and ODIs, and he's very, very effective in ODIs. I wonder why they don't want to play him in T20s. That's quite interesting. Sheldon Cottrell obviously didn't pass a fitness test, and then Andre Russell's got COVID. So Andre Russell, they're missing Andre Russell, but their team still looks damn good. They've still got Andre Russell to come back in, Sheldon Cottrell. Who else? Hetmeyer to come back in. Dude, they've got. I'll tell you what. Do not discount them in this World T20. Do not discount them. They're the reigning champs, and they've got a damn good team. Cash says Lara versus Tendulkar. Oh, that's an. Oh my god, Cash, you're gonna make me choke. Let me have some water because I have to recover from this. Oh, it's 118 for 3 or 15. Oh, if I was really cheeky, I'd just skip past this question. Oh god, I will get to this question. I will. 118 for 3 off. It's a difficult one because Brian Lara obviously played for quite a number of years, but if you look at longevity, if you look at longevity, right? I mean, Tendulkar was incredible. A lot of people think Tendulkar went on too long. You know that. I'm kind of the believer he went on maybe a year or so too long. Once he got the hundreds, and then they won the World Cup as well. I don't know. Actually, it's a weird one. But Brian Lara obviously holds the record for the highest score, and he was so damn good. And to be honest with you, apart the start of his career, he was in a pretty good team. But most of his career, he was in a not rubbish, but they weren't a top team, West Indies, when he was in their side for most of the time. They weren't. They weren't. Whereas Tendulkar was, which does help as well. So it's just what you like, really. It's what you like. I don't have stats in front of me, etc. I think if we're looking at stats, most likely Tendulkar will have better stats. I would be surprised if Lara's got better stats than Tendulkar. In fact, I may as well just have a quick look. Why not? Let's have a quick yonder while McCoy runs in. He's 0 for 21 or 2.2. And Sri Lanka are really struggling here, but he goes. There's a fielder there. I knew it. Matthews. Well, Andrea Matthews. How can someone explain to me how someone as experienced as him has got out really softly in the first one, where he just chipped it around the corner to 45, and this time he just flat bats it straight to long on. What is going on? Come on, man, sort it out. It's just not good, not good at all. Another wicket fallen, and this time it's McCoy, and Sri Lanka are stuttering to the finish line here. This is really poor after a fantastic start. It's almost like as soon as I start streaming, they're Sri Lanka are like, you want a big chase? Yeah, soz, mate, soz. Let's have a look at the stats. That's a really good point, actually. I'll get to the other comments, but just because this is related. Cash says, agreed, Brian Lara was the best player in a weaker team. Tendulkar was in a much better batting team. Yeah, I mean, pitches make a difference. West Indies pitches are not notoriously super flat. Obviously, Indian pitches are, so that they are easier to bat on. The majority of Sachin's career would have been there, but in saying that, he scored runs everywhere, so it's kind of difficult to say that, you know what, he... So have a look at this. So in tests, Brian Lara had an average of 53 and Tendulkar 54. In ODIs, 41 and Sachin 44. All good pull shot, very good pull shot from Bandara, and it'll only be 2, I think. And he didn't play any 2020s, Brian Lara. Well, no T20 internationals anyway, because after his time, and Sachin played 1. Well, the stats are actually quite similar if you look at averages. Sachin was a better one-day player for sure. Sachin, a better one-day player. Brian Lara, arguably, you could say he was a better test player, even though Sachin's got slightly better average. I think if you just look at some of the innings he played, Brian Lara at the time, I don't know, man. I don't know. Very interesting, though. Very interesting. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is better, Brian Lara or Tendulkar? Let me know. Let's get to the others. Horace says, were Pakistan the best team back in the day or not? Like, have they gone to other countries and won a lot? I think historically we've never won in Australia. I don't think we've never won in a series in Australia away. We've drawn series, but we've never won a series there. Pakistan were dominant to a degree, like we were the number 1 test nation, etc. But we've never had a side that has, like, we've been consistently good over periods, but we've never had a side like, for example, Australia had, West Indies had. Now India have kind of, India, I guess, I'm trying to think, like, they won the World Cup as well, but I'm trying to think about being dominant in tests as well, and I guess they have been as well. They maybe had a couple of sides as well like that, but whether they're the same as Australian West Indies ones, I don't know. But yeah, but in terms of Pakistan, no, I wouldn't say we've had one that were we had an unbelievable team. We just didn't go everywhere and win, which a lot of teams have done. If you look at that Australia team, that West Indies team. Charles says it'd be interesting actually. I might do a video on that, to be honest with you, about the best test team and have a debate. That would be sick. Do a live on that. Why not? That'd be great. It's 124 for 4 as updates. We've got some really interesting comments, guys. Keep them coming. I'm going to get to all of them. These comments are very, very interesting. And I want to get your guys' opinions as well. Because that question, I want to ask you guys, and don't just say who you think's better, but Brian Lara and Tendulkar, who do you think is better in all formats? Or even just if you want to pick one format, Test or ODIs, and give me an explanation as to why. A Charles says, if I was DJ Pro, I would tell the umpire right arm off spin over the wicket. Lol. You may as well, man. I mean, he bowled so many off cutters. Crypto 17 says Pakistan were 100% top 3 in the 1990s. Yeah, they were. They were for a time in the top 1. They were. They just we didn't have a period of time of like 5 years where we just dominated, which is the West Indies had that and Australia had that. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Did India have that? I guess they didn't either. Nowadays, I guess maybe the teams were a bit more even, if you want to say it like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's I haven't seen a team really, really dominate since that Australian team. I think in terms of, yes, we've had teams dominate for maybe a year or so, or 2 years, but never for like 5 years. Which that Australian team that's what they did. Jason Holder's back on. Love Jason Holder. Did you guys see his celebration? Crazy. I say crazy. Just a little roly poly. Compared to who was it? It was Sinclair he did a double flip. Ridiculous. He said, agreed. Lara is the best player. Yeah, we've gone over that. That's fine. Hara says, when was Pakistan most dominant? Because we won the tournaments, but did we just turn up or were we dominant at the time and stuff? That 92 team, we were actually better in 99. We had a much better team in 99 compared to the 92 team. We had a ridiculous side in the 1999 World Cup. We got to the final, and Australia stuffed us. Or McGrath and Warne and that side. We should have won it though. We played a lot better. Like the talent in that team was unreal. Like we should have won that World Cup. The '92 World Cup, to be honest with you, we were a bit fortunate. The rain saved us in the group stages, and it's kind of similar to the Champions Trophy. We had not the Champions Trophy actually. It was to the World Cup recently, and that's why there are so many similarities between the '92 World Cup and that one. So everyone's like, "Oh, we're going to win it," because obviously everything was happening the same. Obviously, we didn't go on to win it, the recent World Cup, but yeah. So we got a little bit fortunate with the rain as well, and ended up going through because the match abandoned, and then in the end, yeah, it would be very, very interesting stuff. Chris says Virat or Tendulkar. You know what? That is going to cryptic. Got to stick to Lara and Tendulkar because Virat versus Tendulkar is going to blow up the channel. And I think, you know what? I might even do a video on that. Probably get abuse either way, wouldn't you? Cash says, interesting fact. Lara didn't like the older players. Oh, that's a very good shot from Bandara off the back foot, but really good fielding. West Indies are such a good fielding outfit as well, by the way. Apart from Chris Gale, who likes to kick the ball, everyone else is quality in the field. Lara didn't like the older players. He found them to be bullies and too competitive, so led his team different. That's really interesting, Cash. Thanks for that. That's really interesting. Wow. I guess as well the older players, because they were just so used to winning, and they had this mentality of just. Sometimes when you have players where the mentality is, "I'm the best. We're winning. You know, we are elite. We don't need some guy coming in here telling us what we should and shouldn't be doing." They kind of like to pick on the little guy. It's not nice, is it? Oh, hold on. Is this a run out? It is. Oh, what are Sri Lanka doing here? What are Sri Lanka doing? Come on. Give us a chunky total to chase. This is really poor. This is like watching a poor Pakistan side. This is like watching Pakistan when they're just not up for it. Well, I say that actually, that's a bit unfair because Sri Lanka started off really well, but they're just collapsing. They're collapsing really, really poorly. That's just miles out. Horace says so run out, and Tasara Pereira has to go. He walks off, shaking his head, and so he should, because they're in a To be honest, they've still got chances. The run rate 7.74, but they need someone. They need a big over. They need an over of like 18 runs to kind of kickstart it. They need a big over. Harry says, who's some of your favourite Pakistan batsmen? Maybe Javami Dad, Muhammad Yusuf, Imran and Nazir. Imran Nazir was exciting, but was way too hit and miss. Although I kind of he should have probably played more for Pakistan, but he was a bit of an enigma, I would say. Muhammad Yusuf was unbelievable. Anyone who hasn't seen Muhammad Yusuf bat, doesn't matter if you're a Pakistan fan, just go and watch some highlights of him. The dude was incredible. He has the record for most test runs in a calendar year as well. Just incredible batsman, unbelievable, just so good to watch. So good to watch. I haven't come across a single person yet who has said that he is ugly to watch. So good to watch bat. Inzam al Haq as well. It was great. And everyone makes fun of him, but go look at his stats and go and look at some of the knocks he had. And he only got fat until at the start of his career. He wasn't fat. He played the '92 World Cup. He was really skinny. Just had too many rotis after that, I think, celebrating. And he just really celebrated a lot for a number of years, that victory, clearly. Would he have been any different? He probably would have batted the same. He just would have been a bit more fit, better between the wickets and better in the field. But at that time, being in the field, there's a lot more importance on it nowadays. I think he would have had to have been fitter in this current climate. He wouldn't have passed the fitness test. It's 131 for 5 of 15. Of 17 even. 1 second. Yunus Khan as well, amazing. If you listen to all the a lot of the England players, so like Joss Butler, AB de Villiers, they all say that we go to the national centre of cricket in Pakistan, and they go and ask Yunus Khan how to sweep, because a lot of the players coming through said that Yunus Khan was the best sweeper of the ball they've seen. So they go and look at him, and he was great as well. Yunus Khan, unbelievable. And yeah, I mean, Javami Dad is a bit before my time, but I've seen clips of him. It was great. Sideline one was unbelievable as well. Cryptic says Lara in the tests, ODI, Tendulkar for ODIs and T20 Tendulkar, although Tendulkar didn't play any T20Is, he only played one. But that's fine. He played some IPL, didn't he? Horace said England have had a dominant side. Weren't they number one for some time? I think you mean in Test cricket. They weren't number one for very long in Test cricket. They weren't number one for a huge amount of time. I'm talking about a side that's clearly the best for 3+ years, and I can't think of a team in Test cricket that has been dominant for 3+ years. Realistically, I'm thinking about like 4 or 5 years, but even 3 years, I don't think so. And dominant, meant a strong team at home. Of course, you can go everywhere and win because you can go to other countries already a step behind. Yeah, but that's what I mean. As in, like, you go to a team and you just like at the moment, India kind of they carry on in the vein they're playing at the moment. They'll have that type of period, I reckon. They just need another year and a half, 2 years of how they're playing at the moment, and they'll go down as one of the great teams. They're on their way, that's for sure. Hara says, over time, what would you say Pakistan have been best at? T20, ODI, or Test? Oh, that's really interesting, We actually have had a very good record in T20 internationals, like very good. Obviously, we won the T20 World Cup. We've been to a couple of, I think, 1 or 2 finals, wasn't it? Or 1 final. We were the number 1 T20 side in the world quite recently. We were also the number 1 side in Test cricket recently. Well, was it like 3 or 4 years ago? I think. ODIs, we always do pretty well in World Cups. I don't know, man. It's difficult. That's a really interesting question. I think that's something that I'd need to look up some stats on. But I would say we've always had a pretty decent Test side. And actually, I'll tell you what. I feel like in Tests we've been more consistent in the sense that we're always competitive. I say competitive. Like I'm more comparing this to. I've seen Pakistan play a lot in the UK against England, and we'd always had a good chance. But that might just be because of conditions. and the conditions suit a bowling side like Pakistan, who obviously coming to the UK is great for the seamers because they just have flat wickets at home. So what can you do? What can you do, man? Achal says I rate Tendulkar over Lara simply because Sachin was always under the pump, especially in the Indian media. Lara wouldn't have played in that type of pressure throughout his career, being from West Indies. Yeah, that's true. Although, yeah, it's interesting actually. I guess though, one thing I would say, and I guess this is why it'll be interesting to do a Virat versus Sachin comparison, is obviously Virat is the captain and Sachin never wanted it because he already had a lot of pressure on him. Brian Lara obviously was the captain, but Brian Lara was in a weaker team, as I said. So I don't know. It's a difficult one, but I know what you're saying, John. And he didn't like the. He thing is, Virat actually doesn't mind the media. He kind of laps it up, but Sachin Tendulkar didn't like it at all. Isn't that most of the time does he even live in India? I swear he lives somewhere else. Whilst he was playing, he did, from what I know. Anyway, fantastic. By the way, that is a huge six from Bandara. Just slog sweeps McCoy for six. Just slog sweeps a seam bowler. That's when you know that's a good shot. There's 142 for 5 off 18 overs. So let's be realistic. There's 2 more overs left. Making it 20 off it. 25, 30. Let's say 30. Let's be optimistic. 172. That's what they should be looking at. That'll be optimistic. But who knows? Crypto says Imran Khan's World Cup money from 1992 was used to build a cancer hospital because his mother died from cancer, is what I've heard. Is that true? I've got no idea. I don't know. If that's the case, that's great. Let's have a look at this replay again. What a shot, by the way. He just slog swept the seamer, a fast ball of 69 meters into the stands. That's a great shot. That's actually a great shot. I don't know. I haven't heard that, to be fair, but I haven't. Again, I wasn't even born in 1992. I wasn't alive, so maybe my dad will know. I don't know that, unfortunately. But have a look. Google it. I'm sure it will say. Cash says England's best team was under Vaughan and Strauss, at least since the 1960s. Ooh. I don't know about before. They never produced legendary teams, but were close. Problems with KP and Trott were setbacks. But under Cook, they were the number 1 test team, Cash. They had a really good team under Cook for a while. And didn't they beat Australia in the Ashes away from home under Cook? Was it Strauss? I think it was Cook. Could be wrong. They had a good team under Cook as well, to be fair. Yeah, the KP thing is just, don't even want to discuss that. It's just silly stuff. Yeah, and Trott was a setback as well when obviously he unfortunately had mental issues as well. That he needs to sort. Crypto said my favourite Pakistani batsmen are Mohammad Yusuf, Inzam ul Haq, Imran Khan, Syed Anwar, Yunus Khan, Zahir Abbas, Moin Khan, Imam ul Haq. Top bowlers were Wasim Wakar, Shoaib Akhtar, even Rahat Ali. By the way, Rahat Ali and Imam was a joke. Lol. Very good, Cryptic. And Dwayne Bravo, not a surprise, bowling one of the death overs. He's 2 for 14 off 3 overs. Can I just say, what a legend? Seriously. I feel like I should play the song Champion so you guys can listen to it, but I'll probably get done for copyright, so I can't do it. Go and listen to it after this innings. So I feel like you've got to listen to it and just get into the Dwayne Bravo mood. Champion. I need to stop doing it. I'll lose everyone in the chat. Horizon says, I don't mean West Indies level dominant, but they made it to number 1 and sort of did their thing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams have made it to number 1, to be fair, but the issue is how long can you be at number 1? If you're at number 1 for like a year or more, like I said, that's a really good shot by Hasaranga. Just uppercuts that off Dwayne Bravo, who doesn't take the pace of the ball when it probably should be in the death over. It's 130 Ks even. 130 Ks from Dwayne Bravo. He's bowling round the wicket, trying to really cramp the batsman. Hasaranga goes leg side of the ball and just uppercuts it over backward point for 4. Really good shot. He's a good bat, by the way, Hasaranga. He can bat. The boy come back. He scored a 50 in his Test debut, and it was a damn fine 50 as well against South Africa. The dude can bat, Hasaranga. I rate him. I'll do. Good all rounder. Again, that's a good shot, just punching that into the offside, but only one this time. And so far, the over's been pretty good for Windies. Only 6 off it, and only 2 balls remaining, so they need a boundary. Harsasha said, 2011 will forever piss me off. Like that World Cup was fully ours, and one player ruined it for us. What player was that, Horace? Do you want to tell me? Qatar17 says at one stage, Sri Lanka looked to get 170 at least, but now 131 off 17. Yeah, bloody hell. What is going on? Round the wicket, that's a good flick from Bandara into the leg side for that. Yeah, so this is what I mean. They're trying to run 2 then. There's no way that's 2. Just stop it. Stop trying to get yourselves run out. We've already had 2 run outs so far. Stop it. Just stop it. Come on, Sri Lanka. Be sensible. Harasasha says, "Is it true he built? It is true. He did build a cancer hospital. Well, that's amazing if he did. Wow. Well, I feel a lot safer with the fact that he's our prime minister now. I say, I'm from the UK, but yeah, really good, really nice thing for him to do. Let's have a look. In comes Dwayne Bravo for the last ball of the over. Tries to chip that away. Oh, that's a good shot. That's a really good shot from Hasaranga. I said they need a boundary. They got one. They got one here. And Dwayne Bravo's got his head in his hands because that was a bit fortunate. And that is 12 off the over. That's a pretty decent over from Sri Lanka, considering how well Dwayne Bravo's bowled. What a spell, by the way, by him. I mean, the dude has just bowled incredibly. Unbelievable spell from Dwayne Bravo. He is an absolute legend and he is a champion. And I will forever. The thing is, it's incredible that he's just been doing this for so long. Like he's just ridiculous. So 4 for 25 off 4 for 25. He went for 6 and over, 2 wickets, and he only went for and that last 4 just ruined his figures, which would have been even better. Have you ever fallen out of love with cricket? Says Horace. No. I've got really upset with matches and even playing. I've got upset. Like when we get out for a duck, I'm an opening batsman, so sometimes you're like, what's going on? You get out to someone who you just think, well, how have I got out to that? And you're just not feeling it, and then you've got to field. The worst is actually when you have to field 40, 50 overs, and then you come out to bat, and you haven't had a bowl. You've been running around like a maniac, and then you go out to bat and you get cleaned up first ball, and you're like, what the hell? Go sit down, have a sulk. And you're like, what is this? Because cricket is just one of those frustrating sports. By the way, very, very good first ball from Jason Holder. It's that's a cracking ball. It's a outswinging Yorker outside off stump. Beautiful. Oh, that's a good shot. Is it a good shot? No, it's not. Straight to the fielder. Bandara tries to paddle that. I think he tries to get that a lot finer than he wanted to. Well, he wanted to get that a lot finer, but he doesn't. It goes straight to backward point, and it's caught. And it's 154 for 6. Guys, keep the comments coming. Some of these comments are great. I can see them. Don't worry, I'll definitely get to them. 154 for 6. Come on, guys. Give me 170. Come on. I know you can do it. 16 off 4 balls. 4 fours. Yeah, come on. Come on. Jason Holder's a damn good bowler, though. He's annoying me. West Indies are bowling too well. Charles says, who would believe me if I said West Indies are ranked number 10 in T20s right now? # facts. Yeah, I saw that. That's because, as I think a lot of people are saying, like Chris Gale, Lennell Simmons, they've been playing really weak sides in the T20s. So they've been getting stuffed. I think Afghanistan beat them recently. Also, basically, they've been getting destroyed in T20s for the past few months because they haven't had a strong team. And controversial, but that's because of franchise cricket. West Indies got beaten by New Zealand. In New Zealand, Kieran Pollard played, but Andre Russell was playing the LPL. Money talks, man. That's what I said to you. I don't get paid enough. And that's a good shot. And that's a very terrible delivery from that's a shocker. It's a waist high full toss and going down the leg side. And Hasaranga just goes, I'll take that. Just flicked it around the corner for four. Use the pace. Easy pickings, as Wasim Akram would say. But yeah, that's why they've hardly had many players available. And again, I can't blame them. And even the West Indies chairman said, like, they've kind of conceded to the fact that they didn't pay their players enough, so they're going to go play for franchise crickets instead of some international games. And he was like, "Oh, if that's what Gerald wants to do, like he's got a family, so it's up to him." And I'm like, "You guys, like, just sort it out, pay them enough." Cash says no Ashes win was under Strauss, 2010 to 11. Cook was the top scorer and vice captain. Okay, Trott, KP, Bell, Collingwood, Tremlett, Anderson, Broad, Swan, etc. I've got a really interesting story to tell you guys. Really, really interesting. I'll tell you guys in a second after I've had some water because my throat is getting really. So Chris Tremlett, I have a picture of him, right? I have a picture of him. I'll tell you where I was in. I was in a Sainsbury's. He was shopping with his wife, and I remember seeing him, and I was like, oh. By the way, it's the last ball of the over. This is 2 dots. Come on, man. After that four, straight to the fielder. No, it's not straight to the fielder. Is that a drop? Has that gone straight through his hands? He's not happy. He's not happy. Bunny Jason Holder. They've got to 160. It's all right. I don't know. That's probably not enough. It looks pretty flat out there, to be honest with you. Sri Lanka don't have the type of bowling, I don't think, that West Indies have, but let's see. Let me just update the scorecard, then we can have a nice little chat. And actually, I want to discuss the one about India as well. Whether you guys think that India have a better side now than they did 5 or 10 years ago, which is quite interesting. Okay. Yes. Anyway, so I saw Tremlett in a Sainsbury's in the UK, and he was shopping with his wife, and I was like, by the way, he's absolutely huge. Like now, he's become like a bodybuilder. Like he's so built. But back then, he was still playing, and I think he just stopped playing for England. So, but he was still playing for Surrey. I saw him in there, and I was like, I really want to go and take a picture of him. And I'm pretty tall. I'm like 6'2". He's like what 6'7" or something, or something unbelievable. I was like, I feel like a midget. And I went up to him, and I was like, "Do you mind if I get a picture with you?" And so I gave my phone to his wife even, and they took a picture. I looked back at it, and the funniest thing is that I was holding flowers because I was buying flowers. So it must have been around this time actually, a few years back. I think it was about 9 years ago or something, in like 2012. I was holding flowers because I was buying flowers for Mother's Day. And it's funny because it looks like I'm giving flowers to Chris Tremlett because I've got them in my hand and I've got my arm around him. So it's just a hilarious picture, it really is. But it was great. It was great to see a nice guy as well. Nice guy. Didn't mind me taking a picture with him and ruining his shopping experience. Cryptogaric17 says that champion song was elite. I hear it. I literally said everyone was a champion. Nelson Mandela, Obama, everyone. He literally said, yeah, he did. Haris Asha said Kumran Akmal. Kumran Akmal was, you know what, to be fair to Kumran Akmal, he was good at times, just not a very good keeper though. Charles says Haris Misbah Haq. I remember his endeavours in the India versus Pakistan semi-finals at Mohali. Misbah is the reason why we lost that flipping. What was it? It was the T20 final where he went to flipping paddle it. Didn't we need like 2 runs or something? Oh, just no one to talk about. Forget it. Gonna get angry. Don't want to get angry. Crypto 17 is champion. Misbah never got an ODI 100. He got 99. Yeah. Haris Asha says for a period of time I stopped watching cricket, then heard my bro watching it, and suddenly watched highlights first, then started watching the games. I don't know why. That's cool. That's cool. Sometimes you just, if your team's not playing particularly well, you just stop watching. Like me in football, although I know my football knowledge is really good. But this season, I've kind of been really disinterested because Chelsea have been rubbish. And Manchester City are just going to win the Premier League really easily. Mr. RH17 says, Cryptic RH17 says, Misper averages 43 in 162 matches, highest score, 96 not out, no 100, yeah. A lot of 50s. Cryptic says, which World Cup was the worst for Pakistan? 2011, 2015, 2019. Cryptic, why are you doing this to me? Why are you making me sad? Why are you making me sad? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this? You want me to cry on camera, don't you? Come on, man. Come on. Come on. 2015, that was the worst one because we dropped Shane Watson after Misbah was like just absolute Misbah. Wahab Riaz, Mr. No Ball, was actually bowling incredibly well to Shane Watson, and that spell was just unbelievable. And we dropped Shane Watson, which came to bite us in the backside because he went on to score runs and we lost the game because of it. But if we'd taken that catch, which, as the cliche goes, catches win matches, and then we would have. I don't know. We actually won a pretty good run as well. I don't know whether we would have won it. Probably not. But basically, we were. It was just sad. I had an exam that day as well, so I was watching it like really early in the morning. I had an exam, a university exam. Went into the exam, came out. No, I was listening to it. I was listening to it like on my phone through radio whilst I was waiting to go into the exam. And I heard that Wahab was bowling heat to Shane Watson, and then I heard we dropped him, and I was like, "You bloody idiots!" And then went into the exam, came out, and then saw we lost, and I was like, "This is just the worst." Seriously. Harasasha said, "Remember, missed my push-ups? Yep, they were great. More goals, the most underrated bowler, one of the best T20 bowlers ever." Crypto says, "Haris, even Pakistan games you didn't watch, then I respect your decision." Charles says, "Yes, I've fallen out in love with cricket once. That's when I gave up playing / trying out professional cricket." Ooh. Work your butts off in the off season and have a season-ending injury. Ooh. Child, let us know about your cricketing experience. That's interesting. So, did you play? Did you play the equivalent of county cricket in India? Or you're trying to, were you? You're at a level where you felt like you could push. You were playing well for your club, and then you were trying to push to play county standard stuff in India. Let me know. That's quite interesting. I want to know more about that. Cryptic says, "Let's hope Pakistan can win the T20 World Cup." It's going to be tough, but we'll see. Just having a look at the highlights here. This opening partnership, 95 or 64. How can you have 95 or 64 and then just crumble to 160 for 6? Come on, guys. Set up the game for them. Anyway, Cryptic, I watch Pakistani games. I'm just there saying inshallah throughout the hot game. Exactly. Cryptic says Fazan, just a few years back. Actually, I think it was 9 years ago. Exactly, man. Time flies. Seriously. Missed Burnley City shot. Yeah. Horace says, "No, I always watch and support my teams, but yeah, I don't know why I had not watched cricket for a bit." Mm-hmm. They're just showing Dwayne Bravo, and he's really turned the game, didn't he? In that the first innings. Horace says the Wahab spell, that game we should have won. That game, facts. Yep. I remember I woke up so early in the morning to watch the World Cup games on the Jaddu box. Lol, the kit was sick too in the 2015 World Cup. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'll remove 2015 World Cup. I would wait for 10th over for free to start bowling nearly every game, if I remember correctly. Fair enough. Guys, actually, I want to talk about a question that I think a Cryptic had. Everyone in the chat, I want you to let me know. Do you think, I guess it's difficult because I don't want to do all formats maybe. Let's do Test cricket. Do you think India have a better Test side now than they did, let's say Test and ODIs, because T20s, I feel like it's difficult. They have a better Test and ODI side now than they did 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, obviously, they had Tendulkar. They would have had... Was Ganguly still playing in 2011? Well, they had Yuvraj Singh anyway. They had Gautam Gambhir. They had that 2011 side is the team that won the World Cup. So they had MS Dhoni, Sachin Tendulkar, obviously. Virat Kohli did play in that one as well. But they won in 2016. What am I talking about? Crazy. But anyway, they had a damn good team in 2011. And now, obviously, they've got Virat Kohli, they've got Rahane, they've got Pujara, they've got Rohit Sharma, they've got all these players. And I would say their pace bowling attack's a lot better. In 2011, they had Zahir Khan, they had Harbhajan, they had Anil Kumble, Anil Kumble play into 2011? No, I don't think so. But they had Harbhajan, and they had a damn good team then as well. So, yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. Cryptic says, are they starting already? No, they're not. They're just... Yeah, they need 161 to win. Should be pretty easy. Crypto17 says, I woke up early to watch the game. I think it was like 4 a.m. from that day. I hated Rahat Ali. He got slapped everywhere, man. Haris Arsha says, Judgy Box had all the sports, but it was actually good. Yeah, the black box, isn't it? Classic Asian thing to have in an Asian household. Although I say that, we never had it. A lot of my friends used to have it, to be fair. And the black box that somehow gives you access to all the channels you could ever wish for. Magic box. 160 for 6, where Sri Lanka ended. Just having a look at the scorecard. I mean, Guna Tilaka, really good knock. Even Nisanka, good knock. And after that, stop-start innings from Sri Lanka. Interesting. Having a look at the bowling. Fido Edwards back, but only bowled 2. Dwayne Bravo and Fabian Allen only went for 5.5 and over. They only bowled 2 overs. But Dwayne Bravo, obviously. Andrew Matthews opening the bowling here. That's really interesting. Horace Arshad says, what's your opinions on Gambhir? Do you rate him outside of cricket? I don't really like the guy, but I used to back him because I supported KKR. I've had some of his opinions. Don't really have a strong opinion on him, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. But no strong opinions on him at all. Charles says, yes, I played under 16 and under 19 domestic cricket. Play with Bumrah, Aksar, Parthiv, even some under 19 Indian players. That's like 6 to 7 years ago. Nice. I might have to get you on for an interview. Why not, mate? Why not? We can talk Indian domestic setup and your experiences playing with Bumrah and Aksar Patel and how they are now. Why not? Why not? Contact me on my email. We'll sort it out. Why not? I love having people on for cricket interviews, talking about their experiences. But that's really cool, man. That's really, really cool. What were you? Were you a batsman then, Ajal, or a bowler? Let me know. What do you used to do? What do you still do? I'm assuming you still play club cricket. Horace says, I feel like we were cheated in the last World Cup in the rain. With the rain, sorry, even, and the India vs England game. Yeah, that Sri Lanka game we probably would have won, I'd assume, but that's life. We had rain. Rain has helped us in the past, so yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, no, sorry, Dan Jay is opening the bowling, not Angelo Matthews, and it's a dot ball to start off. Good start from Sri Lanka. Dan Jay, obviously the guy who got a hat trick in the last match and also got hit for 6 sixes. So that would have been a roller coaster of emotions from him. The fact that they had flipping. I mean, when he got the hat trick, he's probably thinking, "This is the best match of my life." And then Kieran Pollard's like, "Yeah, you're having a good match, but I'm going to have a better match." And hits him for 6 sixes, and you're probably thinking, how do you feel, by the way? Like, would you just? Do you think he would have rather nothing happened, like he didn't get a hat trick at all? Like, do you think he would have been thinking a hat trick and 6 sixes? Do I take that, or do I take neither happening? What do you guys think? Because I would have been really conflicted. Like, to get hit for 6 sixes is just embarrassing, but then he also hit he got hit for 6 sixes, but then he also got a hat trick. I have no idea. Lendl Simmons getting stuck on the crease here a little bit. Dan Jay bowling well, just bowling stump to stump and making it hard for Lendl Simmons at the start here. Really revving the ball and skidding on here a little bit as well, which will help the off spinner. Lionel Simmons though, eventually getting off strike, just flicking that into the leg side towards wide long on for a single. One for north of 0.5 overs. So far, this is a really good over from Dunja. Good start from the off spinner. Kieran Pollard with his vest on. He looks bloody hench, doesn't he? He's got big arms. I saw yesterday, and they're not fat arms either. They're like muscular arms. He's a hench guy, very hench guy, and he can hit a ball a mile. Alvin Lewis, oh, this guy is. He's going to go straight after him, isn't he? No, he's not. He's not. He punches that. It's a good shot for naught. One for naught off a 1 over. So really tight start from Sri Lanka. Really good stuff from Sri Lanka and Dhananjaya. Really good. Hara says we played some really good cricket throughout the World Cup, like that Australia game we should have won. Do you remember Wahab nearly chased it down, or Hassan Ali? I can't remember. Yeah, Wahab Riaz, I think it was. Rendezvous said we were cheated for sure. Why do you guys think we were cheated? And why do you guys think we were cheated? Because England lost it. Because yeah, I don't know why we cheated. Come on, guys. We weren't cheated. It's life. Pakistan just weren't good enough. If you're good enough, you win a World Cup. It's simple. Simple as that. You need a bit of luck as well. You need a slice of luck, but it's funny because obviously we beat the two finalists. We beat New Zealand and England, but just too little, too late, unfortunately. We're notoriously very slow starters, and actually after this over, I'm going to tell you a funny story as well about me going to watch Pakistan. I watched them in the World Cup. Yeah, which is very interesting. Good start from Chamira here. A dot ball to start off with. Looking pretty good. Dendell Simmons looks a bit built as well. He used to be really damn skinny. Now he's been in the gym, clearly pumping the iron, pumping the weights. Hara says the rain and Dhoni not trying to win the game. Yeah, but Dhoni has been doing that for quite a bit of time. He just, yeah, not super aggressive stuff from him, and India probably thinking, why do we need to bother? We're already through. Yep. Yeah, showing Dhananjaya's hat trick. Hilarious. And then are they going to show the 6-6s? They have to. They show the hat trick. What would you guys have taken? Would you have said you want the hat trick and the 6-6s? Like against you? Or would you have said, actually, I would prefer nothing because, the 6-6s are just too embarrassing? Oh, classic. Hara Social says, but the way we fought back in that World Cup, all the drama was shisha lounge and fast food before the game. West Indies disaster. And the Safraz yawning. So I'll do one now, actually. Hold on. I'll do Safraz. 1 second. That's in honor of Safraz. Loves a yawn behind the stumps. Yeah, I think the fast food was very interesting. But to be honest with you, a lot of players, after games or 4 games, they'll eat that type of food. What we need to remember, right, is that we're not elite athletes. These guys work out a lot, so they have calories to burn. So if they're eating that type of food, they probably can get away with it, if that makes sense. They'll have a certain amount of calories they're allowed to eat per day. If it fits into it, then they probably don't care. And who is it? Usain Bolt used to say, "I eat McNuggets before my sprints, or he did it before the Olympics." So I think you've got to take away the pinch of salt. And unfortunately, there's always a big microscope under Pakistan players, the Indian players, and we're very quick to judge. That was a very good delivery, by the way, from Chamira, bowling really well here. So I'm really impressed by him, actually. He looks good. 4 for naught of 1.4 overs, target 161. And Sri Lanka, they started off well here, and they haven't, in the previous game, West Indies started so big. I think it was the first ball went for 4 from Angelo Matthews. This time, they've opened up with the off spinner and it's worked. And they're actually restricting West Indies early doors here. They're making it hard for them, which is good. Really good. Rendezvous Sidoni wasn't even going for singles. Yeah, but the game was gone by that point, and he was probably just playing for his average, which is fine, I guess. It's up to him, I guess, isn't it? I know what you mean, Rendezvous, but we just didn't do enough, I think, unfortunately. Horace says, and Safraz actually captained one in that tournament. What would he say? Yeah, yeah. Alvin Lewis, that's it, he's gone. He starts to tee off. That's a really good shot. And he hits that through cow corner. That's a cracker. Pick-up shot from Alvin Lewis, and unfortunately, that ruins what was a very good over, but it's still a very good start from West Indies. Sorry, from Sri Lanka even. It's 8 for 2, 8 and naught even off 2 overs. Really good stuff from Sri Lanka bowling-wise. Horace says, and that idiot who called Safraz names in the mall too, yeah, that was ridiculous. Like, just they need to behave. Says, but don't be posting it. You're asking to get trolled by these trolls. Be posting what? Oh, I think you know what he's talking about. He says, Pakistan crowds in the UK are better than any other country. I feel even Pakistani players know that. Yeah, the Pakistan crowds are pretty good here in the UK. So that's the story I was going to tell you. I was at the Champions Trophy final in 2017, so that was really cool. But I also went to, we got tickets to Trent Bridge. So I live in Surrey, so Trent Bridge in Nottingham's quite far. It's like 3.5 hours drive, and myself and Venue went actually to go and see Pakistan versus West Indies, Pakistan's first game of the 2019 World Cup. We drove 3.5 hours there. It was over in about 2.5, 3 hours because we got absolutely skittled, and West Indies chased it really early. We got bounced out by Shane Thomas and Sheldon Cottrell. Like, just couldn't play the short ball, and yeah, and then we drove back, and Benny was really upset because he'd ended up driving like 6.5, 7 hours, and we'd only seen like 2.5 hours of cricket, which was really, really upsetting. So yeah, that was hilarious. I just remember watching it thinking, oh yeah, Pakistan are notoriously known, right, for being slow starters, but I just thought, oh no, it won't be this time. Oh, well, this time it won't be, don't worry. They'll change it. That's a really good shot from Lendl Simmons. Flicks that so well. Timing is exquisite, but only gets one because he hits it straight to the fielder. Horace says Indian commentators had even questioned Dhoni afterwards. Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter though. Shaheen joined the World Cup team late and still nearly got leading wicket taker. We are lucky we have the best 2 bowlers in the world. Really? Who are the best 2 bowlers? Horace says posting fast food. Yeah. Well, I mean, what can you expect, man? People, the players sometimes they need someone to deal with the. Whoa, that's a really good delivery. That's a cracking delivery from Dhananjaya. Really, really good bowling. And he gets the danger man, Alvin Lewis, who looks so good in that first T20. Fantastic bowling, seriously. Dhananjaya is a damn good bowler. Bowling around the wicket to left hand. He gets it. Oh, that's a cracker. Bowls a slider, just goes straight on and cleans up Alvin Lewis. That is really, really, really good bowling. 9 for 1. Let's have a look. Let's update the scorecard. Really good start from Sri Lanka, and this be a good thing for us, to be honest with you, because it just means that we're going to see potentially the whole West Indies lineup. Horace says, everyone, though Pakistan were done, everyone knew that Pakistan were done after that game. Then we beat England in a highly skilled game. Yeah, we did. Rendezvous says, I don't think the Windies batsmen stand a chance against good fast bowlers. I don't know about that. I don't know. Because I feel like with fast bowlers, you can use the pace as well. I don't know, enjoy that. I think actually it's more spinners, like very good spinners. But we'll see. Chris Gale coming in, average of 32. Striker 143. I mean, 1,627 runs, 56 innings. So he's played a damn lot of T20 cricket. Haris Asha says, I meant Shaheen Shah Afridi is the best T20. Can't speak. Shaheen Shah-Afridi is the best T20 bowler in the world. Potentially. He's a very good bowler. I don't know if he's the best T20 bowler in the world. He's up there though. He's had a very good last year or so in T20s. He's a very good bowler for sure. Whether he's the best, don't know, up for debate probably. 10 for 1 off 3 overs. Sri Lanka firmly in this game. And they started off well here with the ball. They really have. Looking really good. Dhananjaya looks like a very, very smart bowler. Going around the wicket, just a natural variation, leading with the arm. Didn't really turn that one too much as the arm ball. And bowls Alvin Lewis through the gate, trying to slog sweep him and completely misreads the delivery. So fantastic bowling from Dhananjaya. And 10 for 1, and Gale is now in 1 off 1. So he's managed to get more than his previous score anyway in the last game where he got out for a duck off Dhananjaya, which is good for him. And he obviously has had a fantastic couple of tournaments in the franchises, hasn't he, Chris Gale, which has led to him being recalled in the West Indies side. And he's also tried to make himself available. I think he wants to play the T20 World Cup this year and potentially next year, but definitely this year. And considering he scored runs, I guess he's been playing the IPL and PSL, so the conditions he's a bit used to as well. Oh man, 10 for 1. I'm getting tired. This is going to be interesting. Might have to make myself a coffee or something. Should have done it in the changeover, shouldn't I? 10 for 1. Although we're already 3 overs in. It'll be over before I know it. 10 for 1 off 3.2 overs. I'm really hoping I can stay till the end, guys. That's what I want to do. That's the goal. I can feel tiredness just sweeping over me. It's been a long week. Why is he signaling the power play in the middle of an over? Oh no, sorry, it's not. Oh, that's a big no ball. He's signaling a free hit, not a power play. No, I'm saying that. That's a huge no ball. So free hit and Gale's on strike. Good luck. He's gonna swing. He's gonna swing to the hills for this. He's gonna swing as hard as he can. Let's have a look. Here we go. Yeah, he tries to. Very good bowling from Chamira. It's a wide Yorker, and Chris Gale's on his knees because he just swung so hard on that ball. Completely missed it. That's a cracker of a delivery from Chamira. Really, really good bowler. It's another no ball. What the hell? Oh my god, what was he doing? He bowled a dot, then a no ball. Then it would have been a dot, but it's another no ball. Is that no ball? Well, that time it's closer, but it's still a no ball. Come on. He's bowling well as well. The 2 no balls were good deliveries. They would have been dots. The only run so far in this over from the 2 no balls. Running in again this time. This time Gale punishes him. He tries to bowl another wide Yorker. This time Gale, I think he's read that he's going to try and do the similar thing. So he shifts across and crunches that through the offside. And it ends up being a half volley from Chamira. It's in-swinging Yorker, and yeah, it's not good. Rendezvous said a Gale fumbled 147 kilometers per hour. Well, he just absolutely creamed that one, Rendezvous. And next delivery, that was a cracking shot. Chamira's bowling quick there, as you said, Rendezvous. He's bowling damn quick. 147 clicks is it's no joke. Want to face out the nets there one day. Get the bowling machine on. 147 clicks, why not? Chamira running in here again. This time Gale tries to pull. They appeal, that's not out. That one's only 136, but Chamira's bowling down quick, and as I said, this over would have been very good. He looks a good bowler. He really does, but the 2 no balls they really hurt him because that's 6 off the over, when really it should be probably 4 maximum. But there's still 3 deliveries left in the over as well. Let's see how he does. He's doing a really good job so far, Chamira, in terms of actual bowling. If he can just make sure his back heel's behind the line, that would be nice because he'll do a lot better, I think, 100%. Guys who are listening, thank you everyone for tuning in. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, which I know most of you have. Really does help. And I know I say it a lot, but you guys are all legends, and I try to remember to say it now and then because otherwise I forget. Otherwise I forget. 16 for 1 off 3.4 overs. Chamir is bowling pretty well. 0 for 13 of 1.4, so not too bad. Not too bad. Pretty good. So far in this over, we've had 6 runs. It's 2 from no balls and 1 boundary. A crunching cover drive from Chris Gale, who's now on strike. He's 5 off 7. Chris Gale tries to go big there. His leg side of the ball, his weight's going towards the leg side, and he tries to hit that through the covers. So he doesn't really generate any pace at all on that shot, and it goes straight to the fielder, and they don't run anything. So it's a dot ball. Last ball of the over. It's been a pretty good over. If you can get a dot ball or 1 from this, that'll be good. England need to bowl the last three man out quick. I think he means a test match. Yeah, if they do, need early wickets. Chamir running in. Oh my God, Gale's absolutely spanked him. I just said Chamir was bowling well. He's just been absolutely dispatched. What a shot from Chris Gale. That's a pickup shot, and it's gone for 6. What a damn shot. Seriously, what a shot. That's just prime Chris Gale. And Chamir will be really upset because there's 2 no balls. Like, he's just screwed himself over there big time with the 2 no balls. That's so poor. He was bowling well, and like he would never have had the opportunity to even hit that shot. 12 runs off that last over. It should really have only been about 4 or 5. Chamira laying himself down on the 2 no balls, and the extra balls come back to haunt him, and Chris Gale makes him pay. And just having a look here, it's a slow ball back of the hand. Chris Gale reads it, just rocks back on the back foot a little bit, and flicks the hell out of that towards mid wicket for 88 meters. And Rendezvous says bowling bad length. Yeah, just bowled him length in the slot, and this time it's half volley from Danjaya. Lendl Simmons goes hard at the ball, but it's along the floor down to Cal corner, and it's a single. Very intriguing. The game's starting to pick up here. This chase is starting to pick up for sure. It's 23 for 1. Target is 161. 4.1 overs gone. Danjaya coming around the wicket to Chris Gale, who moves his feet. That's interesting. Moves his feet, gets into the line, and trying to be proactive, I think, against Danjaya, and make sure that he doesn't get stuck on his crease whilst playing him, because that's dangerous, and that's how he got out of LBW in the first match as well, by not being proactive enough. This time, it's a bit wider from Danjaya, and Chris Gale obliges and actually ends up hitting it towards the leg side, towards deep mid wicket, gets across the off stump, and swings across towards the leg side. So far so good for Danjaya. Only 2 singles off it, and we're halfway through the over. This time again, Lendl Simmons comes down, makes a half volley, flicks it again to long on, and 4 off the over so far. 2 balls remaining. Come on then, Danjaya, clean them up. Right through the gate. Goes for the big ball. Oh, nearly LBW. It's a leading edge there from Chris Gale. Gets a bit fortunate, does Chris Gale for sure with that one. And 1 ball remaining from Danjaya as he trundles in, and this time it's easily on Chris Gale's legs. Very, very comfortable, and that's a very good over, to be fair. That's only 3 off the last over, so that's a fantastic over. 25 for 1 off 5 overs. And let's just update the scorecard. Really, really good stuff from Danjaya for sure. Fantastic stuff from him. Fantastic stuff. Oh, someone say something to make me wake up. It's bad. I'm getting old, man. Getting old. Horace Archer says, any updates on PSL? Not really. The update is that I think they're potentially looking at mid-July to restart, but nothing confirmed as of yet. 25 for 1 off 5 overs and comms there to Sara Pereira, right on medium fast. His economy's not great, 9.22. His average is okay, 33, although that's still pretty high for a T20 to be fair. He's a decent little all-rounder, is to Sara Pereira. I wonder if Andrea Matthews would bowl because he got a bit slapped, and that is big. And first delivery from Sara Pereira is in the slot. It's a length delivery on about off stump, and Kendall Simmons rocks back and pulls the heck out of that towards deep mid wicket. That's a really, really good shot from Kendall Simmons, and puts pressure on the batsman straight away. Yes, too short, too straight. Kendall Simmons obliges. He goes leg side of the ball, and then just says, "I'm just going to free up my arms and swing to the hills for that one," and that's exactly what he did. Fantastic stuff from Lendl Simmons. Really, really good stuff. Guys in the chat as well, thank you for joining. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As you can tell, I'm really committed because I'm trying my best to stay awake here because it's now past midnight here in the UK. I'm getting really, really tired, so I'm just hoping that I can plow through this because I want to see the conclusion of this match. Who doesn't want to see the conclusion of this match, eh? Okay. What a shot there, by the way, from sorry, it was from Lendl Simmons, yeah. That was a cracking shot from Lendl Simmons. What a shot. What a shot. The dude can bat. Let's head up to Sara Pereira running in. All this time, just straight to the fielder at the boundary at deep cover. So really good stuff from them. What do you guys think in terms of the well, they're just showing that he's bottom end. He's towed that towards the field. He's lucky that hasn't carried Lendl Simmons, actually. He's very, very lucky. Chris Gale's 12 of 13, Lendl Simmons 12 of 15, so they're struggling a little bit. Chris Gale tries to go big as their fielder, then no. The fielder's up at mid-off and he goes big. That's a really powerful shot from Chris Gale. Just stands and delivers, really. Just rocks forward a little bit, but no very exaggerated movement. Not much foot movement at all. Just swings through the line because he can, and hits it straight over mid-off for 4 runs. So very commanding shot there from Chris Gale as he moves into 16 from 16. Sarper running in, and again this time it's on the legs, and no appeal given and no appeal taken. It's 37 for 1, and yeah, good start so far from Sri Lanka. I would say 100%. Just need to keep it tight, keep applying pressure. The wickets will fall. They just need to make sure that they stick to the process. And Lendl Simmons goes big this time, pulls away towards the back square leg boundary, and yeah, it is what it is. It's 41 for 1 off 1 ball. Lendl Simmons on strike. And we're going to see someone running in. Or trundling in, depending who it is. No, it will be running in. It will be Sara Pereira to continue. Very good shot. Fantastic shot from Lendl Simmons off the back foot. Punches it through the covers. And a fantastic shot from Lendl Simmons. Really, really good shot. Can't express enough how good a shot that is. Really, really good stuff from them. Guys, I'm going to fall asleep. You know that. Like, I'm trying my best here. I'm trying my best. Trying my best. I don't know if I can last much longer, to be honest with you. Which is sad. I wanted to do this till the end. I don't think I want to be able to do that. Don't you just wish sometimes that work never happened and I could just worry about this and I would have enough sleep? It's just having a look here at the 4. That's a really cracking shot from Landell Simmons. Just rocks off the back foot and punches it through the offside. Cash says, "Go to sleep, mate." Mate, I should. Cash says, "You've done a good shift." I have. Comparison is 56 for 0 for Sri Lanka. West Indies 45 for 1. I'll give myself like 10 minutes, and if my energy is down and I'm dwindling, then I will go to bed. Hasaranga's on though. Come on, Hasaranga. Inject some energy into me. Leg spinner to leg spinner. Hasaranga is very interesting. Not a big turn of the ball. Good leg. Good googly. Gale just dispatches him. Oh no, he doesn't. That's a cracking catch. That's a really, really good catch from Sri Lanka. Wow. And just as Horace said, the spinner needs the wicket now. He obliges. Chris Gale is not happy at all because he thought that he'd put him away there and put pressure on him, but unfortunately he didn't. And that's definitely breathed some life into me. So it's 45 for 2 of 6 overs. Really, really good stuff from Hasaranga. First ball of the over. Chris Gale should have really. You've got to be looking at him. You can't just suddenly just be like, I'm just going to hit him out of the ground. Spinner needs the wicket now. Out. Yeah. Out completely. And Hasaranga strikes. As I said, not a big turn of the ball. Good googly as well. And skiddy bowler. If you watch Hasaranga, he doesn't really. And that's Chris Gale gone. 16 of 16, and it's 45 for 2 now. If you watch Hasaranga, he doesn't really go through his actions, so he doesn't get a lot of revs on the ball compared to some others. But yeah, Harasaj said, "Do you know how big the boundaries are in the stadium they're at?" Well, the sixes that they've calculated are all like 80, 75. I think the boundaries are something like 70 odd, 72 meters odd from the looks of it. Nicholas Puranin, the big man, Mr. T10 as well. Average of 20, strike rate 124, which is not great, to be honest with you. The strike rate is not fantastic. Only 250s from 23 innings. Come on, Nicholas Pooran. You're better than that. Let's see what you can do. First delivery, punches it down the ground off the back foot. 2 long off. Really good stuff from Nicholas Pooran to start off with. And yeah, all good. All good from Nicholas Pooran. Do you guys think Nicholas Pooran has the ability to be a very, very good player for West Indies? I feel like he's in a position where he's a pretty good player, but he could probably be a lot better, I reckon. He's at 4, Pollard at 5, Holder at 6, Fabian at 7. Why is Dwayne Bravo at 8? Dwayne Bravo can bat, man. Can bat well. He should be at 7 at least. I'd say have him at 7. Fabian Allen can go at 8. And Horace Arshad says, "Oh, is that a drop?" No, it's not. I think it's backing up there. Let's have a look here at the replay. Horace Arshad says, "Is beach cricket actually a thing over there?" I think it is. Yeah. He says, "Poran can he construct an innings?" Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? Can he construct an innings? Let's having a look at the run opportunity here. Oh, let's have a look what it mean out. Yeah, if it's a good throw, he is absolutely gone. Alvin Lewis is absolutely gone. Will they get away with it? This time nudged into the leg side from Nicholas Pooran. It's 40, 50 for 2 actually. So 50's up, isn't it? unless it's not going to update it. And it's already updated it, and I missed it. 48 for 2 off 6.4 overs. And Hasaranga trundling in, trying to bowl his leggies. This time he does, it's the googly this time. And he gives it. And he gives it. Oh, that's a big wicket. That's a big wicket. Let's have a look. Lendl Simmons is reviewing it. What do you think, guys? Who is he out? Is he not out? Let's have a look. Oh, that's a really good googly out. That's a cracker. That's a cracking googly by Hasaranga, and he could pick up 2 wickets in an over here. Let's have a look. Yeah, no inside edge, and hitting the front pad. That's going to be out. That's going to be plum. Poor review. Poor review. Yep, absolutely plum. Middle and leg. Pitching in line. Nicholas Poran. Well, sorry, even Lendl Simmons. Not Nicholas Poran, but Lendl Simmons unfortunately falls to 21. And West Indies are in a pretty precarious position here. They need someone to step up and get the runs here, because this chase is not going the way that I thought it would. They bat very deep, and they bat as low as Dwayne Bravo at 8 in a T20. So that's pretty impressive stuff. 7 overs gone. Let's see how this goes. Jason Holder's in. No Kieran Pollard. Must be in next. Kieran Pollard must be in next. That's interesting. Oh, and first ball, he just paddles that down towards fine leg. Very interesting. 49 for 3 off 7 overs. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I really want to see this till the end, but my eyes are not letting me. They're closing. They're sore. It's been a long day, and not just a long. It's been a long week, to be honest with you, from work. And just having a look at the leg spin and Google comparison, you can see it's very interesting. He's a very, very clever bowler. I think that's right now. Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As I said, just struggling really to stay awake here. That is late here in the UK, and it's been a long week, so we'll see. But most likely, I think I'm gonna have to end up going. But please do remember to like this video, as I said, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. It really is greatly appreciated. You're all legends, and I know most of you have done so already, whether it's like the video or subscribe or both, which is even more ideal, to be honest with you. And Horace, I said, just watch the game in your bed and fall asleep when you do. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'll watch it. I just can't watch it with you guys, because if I watch on here and I fall asleep, then what will happen is you guys, it'll be on here forever. Me falling asleep and snoring whilst you guys are listening on mute or commenting, going, guys, look at Fazani snoring. He's snoring. And then it'll be on YouTube forever. Oh my God. Anyway, thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate it as well. Have a fantastic weekend. I will be covering the England versus India test match as well. Probably won't be live streaming tomorrow, but on Sunday I will be. So keep an eye out for that. And Benny's Cricket catch up on Sunday at it's not exactly set in stone what time on Sunday, but it'll be on Sunday. Benny's Cricket catch up. So The weekly news roundup, which Venue does, will be Sunday around about 3 p.m. probably UK GMT time. We'll be doing a watch along for the West Indies. Natural Gamer says hi. Oh, I'll stay. I'll stay. Okay, I've got to wake up. Magical Gamer's here. He says he's woken up. It's 5:50 to watch the match. Bloody hell. Okay, yeah, I'll wake up. I'll stay up for a little bit. It's fine. I feel bad. And get some water in me. Hydrate. I think I need to sit up. I'm too relaxed. Oh, that's better. Too comfortable, that's why. I'm on the sofa. Okay, much better. Hasranga causing all sorts of damage here with the googly and his variation. Charles says, have some sleep, mate. Yeah, I know. Bloody hell. Natural Gamer says, can't watch the match. Oh, no. Says, West Indies channel isn't live streaming. Yeah, they're not. But can you... is nowhere showing it in Sri Lanka, though, Natural Gamer? Surely someone is. No? Oh. Sandakan is on. He's looking good, man, Sandakan, by the way. The left arm spinner. He looks really good. Do you know any way to watch on YouTube, says Magical Gamer? I do not know. I don't think so. But do you not have... What about TV channels in Sri Lanka? Surely they're showing it in Sri Lanka, no? Or is it not being shown? I thought it would be, but I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the channels in Sri Lanka. It's on BT Sport here in the UK. That's probably not helpful at all. Magical Gamer says no channel showing it. It's Sony 6 Star Sports nothing. Oh, that's annoying. It's 53 for 3 of 8 overs, and thanks to Hasaranga, who's been having a flipping quality. He's been really good. He's been really, really good. And you can tell I was like half asleep because 53 for 3 of 8 overs. We've got 12 people in the chat. Wow. So an update the scorecard. Guys in the chat, please do remember to like this video. It really is greatly appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Fire away with your comments and questions, whether it's to do with the T20 match going on now, which is ideal. If not, just any general cricket as well. Have you cut the worm? West Indies the whole time being slightly below Sri Lanka. They're 53 for 3 of 8 overs here. And West Indies need 108 runs from 72 balls. It's, yeah, Sandakan on now. Oh, sorry. Oh, this is interesting. They've got Gunatilaka. He's come on to bowl. The right arm off spinner, but he's a left arm opener, but he's a right arm off spinner. It's quite cool. That's very cool. Like that a lot. Like that a lot. Natural Gamer says, are they showing it on the web? I don't know, but a Charles says, fan code in India and Sri Lanka. A Charles in the know, I like that. Says Magical Gamer, you can find it on Facebook Live, maybe someone will stream it, type Sri Lanka versus West Indies. Jokes. Crick HD is another one, which I know I haven't used it in ages, but it used to be pretty good. Oh, Jason Holder goes down the ground. That's a cracking shot. That's a really, really strong shot from Jason Holder. It's in the slot. Gunatilaka, I'm kind of interested. Like, he's bowling. He looks okay. But he's an opening bat as well. That's a cracking shot from Jason Holder, straight down the ground. Straight as well. That's 6 runs, I think. What the hell? What a shot. That's 6. That's 6, you know. That's a big shot. He's hit, that's a flat 6. And he's hit that like a rocket. Let's have a look. Yeah, 6. Big shot from Jason. I never understand why you need to show the replay like 5 times when you can see it's bounced over the rope. Yes, silly people. Come on. Magical Gamer says, lol, I don't have Facebook. Lol. Charles says, flat 6. What a shot. Yeah, what a damn shot. 60 for 3. And Jason Holder is trying to up the ante. And he goes again. And that's going to be 6. It's a small boundary. No, it's not. It's not. It's not 6. It's caught. He doesn't get enough of it. I thought he had. He didn't. He didn't. It's caught on the boundary. And Gunatilaka, he gets a very vital wicket of Jason Holder here. It's 60 for 4, and West Indies are struggling. They're really stalling in the. They're stalling big time. They are stalling big time. Let's have a look. I'm going to update the score as well, but 4 wickets down now, 60 for 4. I'll tell you what, Sri Lanka are putting on a really good bowling display here. They've been very, very disciplined. They really have. Marshall Gamer said, hope this over ends quickly. Why? Charles says, commentators curse yet again. That was you, Charles, wasn't it, before? Who was it? What game were we watching? And it was like classic. I think it was a PSL game, maybe, actually. And Charles was saying good things about all these players, and then it was like commentators curse, and they either got out or like they got slapped about everywhere. It was so funny. It's just a classic, isn't it? You're like, oh, he's playing really well, isn't he? And next thing you know, he plays a stupid shot, gets cleaned up. But 60 for 4 off 8.3 overs. We've got that's really interesting. So they're saving Pollard, I think. They want Pollard to come in the last 10, so he's not in. It's Dwayne Bravo's in. He's on average of 24. He's coming at 6, and yeah, Fabian Allen will come in after him. So depending, I think, on the scenario, they might have Pollard come in. I think maybe if it's 12 or more overs potentially gone. Otherwise, Fabian Allen might come in, and then Pollard will come in after. He obviously wants to come in and potentially finish the game and have a few. I basically don't want him in too early. Poran is struggling a little bit. The spinners from Sri Lanka are doing a very good job. Magical Gamer says, if anyone on the chat is from India, could you tell me what channel they are showing the match? So Charles from India, he said it's called Fan Code in India and Sri Lanka, he said. So it's a site, I think he's saying, called Fan Code. And it's 60 for 4, 61 for 4 now off 9 overs. Gunatilaka bowling some quality stuff really here, has to be said. And 61 for 4, let's update the scorecard. Off 9 overs, really, really good stuff from Sri Lanka. They are bowling extremely well. West Indies have got a fantastic batting lineup. I thought it might not be enough, to be honest, for Sri Lanka. I thought the runs might be too little, but so far so good, to be honest with you. They've been restricting them pretty well, and they've got wickets regularly, which is fantastic. Guys in the chat as well, thank you very much for joining. It really is appreciated. Please may you make sure that you do like this video and subscribe. It really does help. I really appreciate it. You all legends. Mickey Arthur, love Mickey Arthur. I'm really sad that we didn't keep him at Pakistan because he is such a good coach. He really improved our fielding as well, like tenfold. And he just seems like a really good coach. But yeah, it really does help. You're all legends. Thank you very much. And fire over the questions and comments. It really does help. Well, I say it really does help. It just helps the whole entertainment of everything. Horace says, guess the Pakistan player who won the most international, who had the most, with the most international ducks. I'll give you 3 guesses. Okay. Shahid Afridi, Horace, is my first guess. Tell me if it's wrong or right. And then if it's not, then I'll give you my next 2. But Shahid Afridi is my first guess for international ducks. Horace Arshad, are you streaming England versus India today? Probably not. Probably just because by the time this game finishes, I'll need to go and I'll probably need to go to sleep. But yeah, guys, thank you again for joining as well. Please do remember to like this video, and can you also make sure that you subscribe? It really does help. Thank you very much. It's great to have everyone in the chat, and you're all legends as well. It's a really cracking game so far as well. It really is. And it really does help the channel when people do subscribe and like the video, just to help it grow and just so I can put out better content. Really good stuff though here from Sri Lanka. I'm been really impressed with them actually. Their batting stalled a lot. They stuttered at the start. Fantastic opening partnership from Sri Lanka, but the bowling performance so far has been very accomplished. But in saying that, there's still a long time to go yet in this chase, and West Indies have got a fantastic side. I mean, the firepower in that team is just incredible. It really is incredible. They've got an absolutely cracking side to the West Indies in terms of their batting lineup. They've still got Pollard to come as well. So yeah, don't discount them. Afridi is second. So he's second for the most amount of ducks for a Pakistani player. Okay, I'll tell you my first guess in a second. Let's have a look here. Sandakan has bowled very well so far this over, by the way. Like only 3 off the over so far. He's only conceded 7 runs. Make that 8 runs from 2 overs. So fantastic stuff from him. It's 65 for 4 at the halfway stage. So again, Sri Lanka with another tight over, bowling fantastically well. Guys, as well, I know I keep saying it, but it does help, and I always just end up forgetting. Please do remember to like this and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. Really greatly appreciated. Your legends. Charles says, thanks to you, I got an idea of uploading all my old cricket videos. I'll be making an archive of my cricket journey from training at the NCA to playing tennis ball cricket. 15 years of playing sport. Go for it, man. Why not? Why not? May as well. Yeah, document it well, actually. Try and like do like a montage, maybe like chop it up, and yeah, go for it. Maybe even do like you can do like an hour, like an hour and a half documentary on it. Something quite interesting, something like that. Why not, man? That'll be good. That'd be really good. And then I can get you on. Once your documentary goes famous, I'll get you on and we can do an interview about it. Why not? I'll be like a Charles Shah, the the author and person who videoed and documented his journey. Called, what would your journey be called? I don't know. Something. Could it be something corny like the amazing a child journey or something? I don't know. I don't know. I need time to think of a name. But yeah, go for it, man. Sounds like a really good idea. And yeah, I was serious when I was saying let's get you on. Let's get you on the channel for a quick interview. And when interview, I mean more of a chat and talking about Indian cricket and the setup, etc. Because I'm not super knowledgeable on it. So obviously you've been in the setup, so it's good to have someone to talk about all that shit up in the air. And West Indies are in big trouble. Chamira, first ball of his over, Dwayne Bravo goes to flick that, and he gets a leading edge, goes straight up in the air, and it's caught a mid wicket. I'll tell you what, West Indies are in big trouble here. It's 65 for 5, and Chamira's bowled really well there, but Dwayne Bravo is experienced, and that's disappointing. I'll tell you what, West Indies are struggling here. After I thought that 160 wouldn't be enough, it's looking like a mammoth total for West Indies now. They've got Pollard to come in now, I'm assuming, with Nicholas Pooran, who's struggling a little bit at the crease to score. Let's see how this goes. I'm hoping that Pollard and Pooran can pick up the pace and really bring some of the attack back to Sri Lanka and put pressure on some of the bowlers, because the bowlers at the moment are having it all their own way, especially the spinners. They're skidding on a little bit. There's a bit of grip there for them as well. And the spinners are tying them down now. Chamira as well is bowling quick. So yeah, Pollard is finally in. He's bowling really well and really good stuff. Charles says, let me know your email ID. We can set something up. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. That's fine. Guys, as well, if anyone is interested about, if anyone wants to come on or collab, or like a child has got an interesting journey, feel free to contact me. Or even if you've got questions just about cricket in general, or if you've got ideas for videos that you'd like to see, I'll put my email in the chat. I'm happy, like, fire away, it's fine. Fire away. It's also on my about tab on my channel as well, but I'll put it in the chat. Harasasha said you got 2 guesses left. So Shy the Free is number 2 for most international ducks. Number 1. It has to be someone who's played quite a lot. I would go. I don't know. Kamaratma? Is that right, Harasasha? Then my third guess would be. My third guess would be Inzamam. I bet they're all wrong. Let me know who it is. Magical Gamer says, disappointing this West Indies YouTube channel is not streaming the match. You're my only hope now. If I really want to watch the real match, waking up this early, yeah, I get that. I get that totally. So, what about Charles said it was fan code. Are you having no luck with fan code in Sri Lanka? Guys, as well, I think for any of you who. Oh, it's a bowling all-rounder, Abdul Razak. Sorry, is it Abdul Razak? Yeah, check out fan code as Charles said, and guys in the chat, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Really does help. Really greatly appreciated. And 66 for 5. What do you guys think? Do West Indies have a chance here? I mean, I said it. Have they got a chance? Of course they've got a chance, but do you think they've got? Do you think they're going to go on to win it? I think is more the question. Yeah. Because Sri Lanka are in a really good spot here, I would say. Fantastic spot. Nicholas Pooran is struggling to get it off the square. You know, that's 8 for 13. He's struggling big time. He's struggling big time at the moment. He needs to really, I don't know, he's doesn't look like he's timing the ball particularly well. Magical Gamer says Javan and Dard. No, it's Wasim Akram. Wow. That's not surprising though, to be honest with you. To be fair. Oh no. And another wicket's fallen. Nicholas Pooran's gone. He's gone. It's 66 for 6. And West Indies are reeling here. Oh, guys, you were getting so excited. All of you are getting so excited about the West Indies batting lineup. They are not firing whatsoever. Let's have a look. Shamira coming round the wicket. Nicholas Pooran. Oh, that's a shocker. He goes to pull a ball that probably stays a bit lower than he's expecting. Cleans up his off stump. That's bizarre. That's a bizarre one. That's poor batting. He hasn't judged the length there correctly at all. Really poor Nicholas Pooran. 8 off 15 as well. And that T10 form that you had in Abu Dhabi, it just shows franchise cricket is all well and good, but international cricket is a whole different ball game, and he's just got cleaned up there. And that's a shocker from Nicholas Pooran. Didn't pick up the length at all. It's not the length to pull. It's good bowling from Chimera, and completely misses, and his off stump gets completely displaced all over. Goes cartwheeling as Nicholas Pooran goes to pull. You're just hitting thin air there. Just a bizarre one. Fabian Allen now in with Nicholas Pooran, both at the crease. And Michael Gamer says fan code is only for India peak. He says they only show the scores. I checked it out. Fair enough. Haris Arshad says use a live stream cricket website and watch if you can't watch on TV. Try crickhd.com, Magical Gamer. Haris Arshad says West Indies in the game because of big hitters. Yeah, but they've not got many big hitters left. They've only got Pollard. That could be out. That is out. And Chamira has got back-to-back wickets here. Are they gonna review that? That kept low. That kept low. That even though it was a fuller delivery, it did keep a little bit low. He's trapped him LBW favourite on the first ball. Let's have a look. I think they're reviewing it. Yeah, they are reviewing it. Wow. Otherwise, he's on a hat trick. We could see another hat trick. We might see another hat trick, and then we could, with Pollard still, we could see another 6 sixes. Be a replica of yesterday. Let's have a look at DRS. Ooh, that looks like his missing leg. Actually, I reckon if they're lucky, Sri Lanka, this umpire's cool, but I reckon it's probably missing. That might be a good review from West Indies. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. And while we are, Charles says, magical gamer down. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's missing leg. Yeah, very good review. Very good review from West Indies. And oh, it's just missing. I said it's missing, and it's not just missing. So it's not umpire's call. It is missing the stumps. Very good review from Fabian Allen. No hat trick ball for Chamira to have. He's bowling well though. He's 2 for 20 off 3 overs, 66 for 6 off 11 overs. And guys in the chat, we've got 16 people, which is really cool. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really does help, really is greatly appreciated. Thank you. And you're all legends. Our Charles says, Magical Gamer download a VPN, set India in it if you want, use my account for fan code, or else just Google some cricket live streaming site. Yeah. Charles says, that's going down leg, might get umpire's call. Yeah, it was going down leg in the end, so a very good decision from Fabian Allen to review that, and the correct one in the end. So good stuff from him as well. Let's have a looky. Oh, yeah, let's have a look how close that was. Oh, you know what? It's oh my god, what? It's I reckon that's about 2 millimeters away from clipping leg stump and being umpire's call. He's got slightly fortunate there, but Pollard just pings him. Oh, I thought I was going to hit the fielder. It doesn't. It goes for 6. And Hasaranga off his first ball. He was 2 for 10 off 1.1 overs. So 2 overs off his first, 2 wickets even off his first over, but he went for 10. And his first ball is a drag down, and Kieran Pollard just off the back foot just punches that over cow corner for 6, 69 meters 6. So the boundaries are a bit short here. Is he going to try and go again? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. That's a really good ball from Hasaranga. No 6 6s again from Pollard. Not yet, anyway. Charles says that's less than half an inch. Yeah, of that review, the ball was about. It might have even been half an inch between the ball and stumps. Like there didn't seem to be any gap. I literally thought the ball was touching the stumps. I was like, what? But then they zoomed in, and I was like, okay. So very, very fortunate for Fabian Allen because the umpire gave it out. So even if it was, as a child saying, about half an inch closer, that's clipping the stumps and would have been umpire's call. Flicked into leg side from Pollard off the back foot. Hasaranga bowling a bit short here. He got a couple of wickets, bowled really well. The googly was a fantastic delivery. The wicket that he got, one of the wickets he got in the first over, but he needs to do better here. Next to bat, you got Kevin Sinclair, McCoy, and Fido Edwards. And to be honest with you, none of them they can bat. So it's pretty much up to these two. And Fabian Allen goes for a big swipe. He's a 0 off 2 balls now, and it's 73 for 6. And Pollard needs to be saying to Fabian Allen, you need to stay with me here because we don't have much left. We don't have much left at all. So you need to be really careful and try not to just lose your head, which he seems to be trying to hit the ball out the park here. Hasaranga, that's a cracking googly, man. He actually turns his googly more than his stock delivery. So Hasaranga's turning his googly more than his stock leg break delivery, which is really interesting. You don't see many people do that. Other Rashid's one actually, his googly turns more than his normal leg spinner, which is strange to me anyway. Good batting there from I think it's Kieran Pollard just punching that down to long on for 1 run. Sorry, Fabian Allen even it was for 1 run. We've got 16 people in the chat. That's fantastic, guys. Fire away with your questions and your comments as well. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really, really does help. It's greatly appreciated. You're all legends. Cryptic is back. He says, I'm back. Thank you very much, Cryptic. Good to have you back. We've got 19 people in the chat. Fantastic, even better. And Angelo Matthews is going to come on to bowl. Come on have a bowl, Angelo Matthews. Come on, Angelo. Get in the action. 74 for 6 off 12 overs. Fantastic bowling effort here from Sri Lanka. bit disappointing from a West Indian point of view because they do have a really good batting lineup. Hasn't fired today as of yet, but they've still got Pollard in, who obviously hit those 6 sixes in the first match, and he looked so dangerous, and he always looks dangerous to be fair. And obviously, and they clearly have him, Fabian Allen. After that, don't really have much. Nicholas Poran was in as of until getting cleaned up. He's off stump, getting completely battered as he tried to pull a delivery that was too full to pull. Chamira looks like he's going to be coming back for his. No, it's not. It's not Chamira. It is. Or it's Dan Jay, I think, isn't it? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, Dan Jay, who bowls a big. He bowls a really, really big googly there, actually, for an offie. Let's have a look. This time, oh, that's a big one. That's a big one from Fabian. That's a huge shot. That's gone out of the stadium from Fabian Allen. What a shot. What a shot from Fabian Allen. That's a cracking shot. That's an absolute beauty from Fabian Allen. He just hit a 6 over extra cover for 6. What a shot from Fabian Allen. Unbelievable shot from Fabian Allen. It's 85 metres out of the stadium. Guys, we've got 25 people in the chat. Thank you everyone for joining. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. It's greatly appreciated. Please do subscribe. It really helps the channel. And you're all legends. 80 for 6. Fantastic shot from Fabian Allen. It really is a cracking shot, and they need more of that. They need Pollard and they need Fabian Allen to be hitting those types of shots and really going big. Magical Gamer says, I hate it. I downloaded fan code by getting a VPN. Now it needs $19. Classic, isn't it? That's a classic. Oh, that's a classic. That really is. Just when you think you're close, and then it chucks in the money factor, and you're like, do I really want to be paying for this? I don't. You guys can't even do super chats. I'm not even. Obviously, I'm not really expecting any super chats anyway, but I don't think you guys can. Oh, Charles says it will be ridiculously funny if you have a BLM on your chest and your sponsor on the chest is called white. Kind of like the politicians these days. A piece for all, lol. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, the sponsor is white on the Sri Lanka top. So they had a BLM crest on as well. Oh, interesting. I know Michael Holding talked about it a lot, which is great. Here in the UK, he talks about it a lot, which is quite cool. Magical Gamer says, "Oh my God, is there? Oh, it's a big leg break from Dananjaya." Magical Gamer says, "Oh my God, is there a Sri Lankan channel? But now that's not available. Nothing is going my way." Oh, he's having a mare, Magical Gamer. He really is. He is having an absolute mare. Really, really good bowling here from Sri Lanka. They're just putting a lot of pressure on these guys. They really are. And Dananjay is looking damn good, and that's a cracker of a delivery. Whoa, he's looking damn good. He is. He's looking good, Dananjay. He is looking like an absolute beauty. He is. Oh, I think. Yeah, great. Oh, fantastic. Right arm off break and leg break. So he's bowled more leg break. It's interesting he can bowl both. He bowled some crackers, man. That's a fantastic spell. 4 overs for 13 runs, 1 wicket. What a cracking spell. They found some. They've got to keep him, man. He should be in the side all the time. He always looks like he's going to take wickets. And also he just looks like he's really accomplished and he's confident. So he bowls. I was thinking at the start he's an off spinner, but no, he bowls leg break as well. So it's just whatever he fancies. But you don't see many bowlers like that. Obviously, you see someone who, if they are an off spinner, they'll bowl googly or or Dusra, and then similarly, if they're a leg break bowler, they'll have Dusra or Googly as well, which is the other way. But he literally will bowl off spin or leg spin, which is quite interesting. Well, that's a big shot from Fabian Allen, is it? I can't see the ball. What's going on there with the camera? No, it's gone straight to the bowler. So it's it's panned out as if it's gone into the crowd, the ball, but it's literally gone straight to the bowler. Oh, Hasaranga bowling pretty well. He's actually following through his action a bit more, which is quite cool to see. So he's getting a bit more revs on the ball, which is nice. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. He is not turning it as much as Danjaya was, but because he bowls a bit quicker through the air, but he's bowling well. Oh, I bowled hurrying up. Oh, is it backed up? Yeah, very good. Very good. Just hurrying up Kieran Pollard and Fabian Allen there. Really good bowling here from Hasaranga so far. Only a single off the over so far. 3 dots as well. 2 balls left in the over. The target's 161. And to be honest with you, it's looking really tough for West Indies at the moment. They're batting very slowly. They're being bogged down by good bowling from Sri Lanka. They're not able to get out of the gears or get through the gears even. Really good stuff so far. Kieran Pollard, he's like, oh, just punch that into the leg side, and he's going to try and smash it into the stand, or well, I say stands, but out of the stadium. Good, really good bowling again from Hasaranga. Kieran Pollard could only push that down the ground for no run, so that's a crack. Only 1 run from it. Only 1 run from that over. That's bad. 82 for 6 off 13 overs. They need to start going, and they need to go quickly. They need to go very quickly here, West Indies. They really do. We've got 7 overs left in the game, and they need 78. So the run rate is up to 11. And I say it like it's hard, but it's probably not, to be honest with you. Nowadays, a hard run rate to chase is if you're looking at like 15 and over. But I know this pitch seems to be have a little bit for the spinners, and it's definitely helping Sri Lanka for sure, and they're tying them up. And just having a look at the figures so far, they've got Sar Pro got slapped for 19 in the over. He won't come back. They've got Sandakan and Gunatilaka as well. Gunatilaka even as well. Chamira bowling his 4th and final over. He's 2 for 20 off 3 overs so far, and that's a single. Fabian Andrews punching that down the ground for a single. Not even punching down the ground. It's more just an ease into the leg side, into a gap, and runs a single. So Chamira going to bowl his 4 out here. Only a few overs left, so West Indies are going to have to start pushing at some point. Charles says here, guess what I found? 6 years ago, I just started college and got into writing blogs. I'd written just about how. Hold on 1 second as Chamira runs in. Good shot from Pollard, but it just flicked into the leg side for a single down to Cal corner. He says, guess what I found? I just started college and got into writing blogs. That's cool. He said, I had written about how the ECB reacted radically after the 2015 World Cup early exit, and it got the entire ball rolling. Ah, very nice. It did, didn't it? Because that's how they ended up winning the World Cup. That was a turning point. Owen Morgan sat down and said, what we're doing at the moment is not working. And they completely revolutionised how they played. And they said, no, we're not going to play this passive brand of cricket in the white ball. We're going to play attacking. We're going to play an attacking brand. They completely revolutionised the way they played. And they just said, nope, we're going to stick to this to the nth degree. And at the start, they weren't getting the results they probably would have wanted. But it was a work in progress, and it was a process. And the process paid off. And they're sitting pretty, aren't they, as World Cup champions at the moment? So that's a really interesting point, Joel. Really cool as well. Good insight from you. 85 for 6 off 14.3 overs, and 2 for 23 off 3.3 overs. Really good stuff so far from from Sri Lanka. They put on a clinical performance with the ball so far, but in saying that, there's still a long way to go in this match. So don't discount West Indies whilst they've still got someone like Pollard in. It just takes one big over and it flips it on its head. It really will flip it on its head. So let's see how it goes. For sure. Just having a look at Pollard's 6-6s and over. They were huge, weren't they, the other day? They really were amazing. And I still want to ask you guys, and I want to know what you guys think. Would you rather have nothing happen, or would you rather, as a bowler, say get a hat trick, but also get hit for 6-6s in a row and over? Let me know. That's what happened to Dan and Jay, and I want to know what you guys think. Good shot into the offside, and they run a quick single because he doesn't find the gap, and they do manage to get that quick single in, which was good. Fabian Allen running that one, and Pollard now on strike. And West Indies needing to accelerate here, really needing to accelerate. He's got to start pushing on. Guys in the channel, because we've got quite a few people as well, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really, really does help. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. And you're all legends. West Indies, come on, West Indies. Make it close at least. Give us some fireworks, which I'm sure they will. Pollard, especially if he's until the end, I will definitely see some fireworks. Let's be honest. But yeah, he's batting okay. Yeah, a great spell from Chamira as well. 4 overs, 26 runs, 2 wickets. Is 88 for 6 or 15 overs a win the last 5. So let's update this. Yep, 88 for 6 off. Well done. Off the last 15. Charles says in T20I we want nothing to happen because as bowlers you are never in charge. You react to the given situation. In Test and ODIs you have to bowl. You have to buy a wicket. Nothing comes cheap. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's interesting though. I can see that. I can see why. West Indies need 73 more to win off 30 balls, so it's now going to be pretty tough. It's now got the equations got pretty difficult. So let's see how they can do, but they need to go at they need to go at 14 and over, which is really tough. Hasaranga's back on. It was interesting. He's still bowling. He's got a couple of overs left. I wonder whether they'll use both of his, or whether they'll just bowl one. Oh, Pollard tries to go big. Oh, that's out. Is that out? I thought he hit that. Alan. No, he's walking off. So he's gone. Fabian Allen has gone. That's a big wicket. I thought it was Pollard, but it's not. It's Fabian Allen. Either way, instead of wicket down, West Indies are struggling here big time. It's not a big total to chase, but they're making it look like a mammoth total even. As Fabian Allen walks off, no review, so he clearly thought. I thought initially he'd hit it, but he clearly hadn't hit it, and he just thought it wasn't worth reviewing because it was stone wall. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's a good decision not to review. It's hitting pretty much middle and halfway up the stump, so no point in reviewing that. Good decision, I would say, from the batsman. But in comes Sinclair, the inexperienced 21-year-old with Kieran Pollard, and surely if West Indies are going to win this, it's going to be with Pollard pulling off some heroics here, really, because otherwise West Indies are in a really sticky situation, because if he goes, you've got Sinclair in the tail, really, and that's it. And they're not going to be able to score at the type of rate required. So Pollard is now going to have to play this very tactically. Interesting to see what he does, whether he does trust the other side to take some of the balls, or whether he just says, actually, no, I'm going to try and face everything. Haris Sasha says, game, set, and match, yeah. And Charles says, Also, if I keep the batsman quiet, I know that out of my 24 available deliveries, batsman will play a rash shot and give me a wicket. Yeah? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Achal, what were you, a bowler or a batsman? Or what are you, a bowler or a batsman? What do you do? It's 89 for 7, and Sinclair is 0 still, which is fine. That happens. Hasranga trundling in. Oh, that's a good Yorker. Good Yorker. Good googly, even. From Hasranga, he's got a very good googly. Marshall Gamer says no success with 7 S's. No success indeed. Sorry to hear that. It's a big googly from Hasranga. It's inside edge from Sinclair. Gets away with it, doesn't pick that one at all. Pollard on strike now. Let's see, he hit Hasranga for 1-6 in the last over. Can he do the same again? No, he can't. He just flicks into leg side. And that'll be 2 to come. Hasranga's look really good. He's got 3 wickets from 16 or 3.5 overs. Only 3 off this over, 1 ball remaining. And Hasranga has put on a huge performance for Sri Lanka when they need it the most. So really, really good stuff for from even Sri Lanka and also from Hasaranga and a number of the bowlers. They've all really impressed me. Guys as well in the chat, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. I know I say it, but I really do appreciate the support, and it really does help the channel as well. It really does. You're all legends. Charles Shah says left arm pace bowler and the lower order slogger. At the going rates in cricket today, I'd call myself a bowling all-rounder. Not really, lol. Yeah, Hasaranga just finished up his overs, 4 overs, 17 runs, 3 wickets. Wow. Really, really good. Unbelievable performance from Hasaranga. 3 wickets for going at, 4.25 and over. We've got 4 overs left here in this game. West Indies are going to have to go big. They're going to have to go really big. They need 52 of the, they need, not 50, they need 72 of the last 4. Good luck with that, is what I'm going to say. Magical Gamer says, is there any way you can show the match? Unfortunately, I cannot show the match. If I did, this would get taken down straight away. Otherwise, I'd love to. Oh, he gets cleaned up. Sinclair gets absolutely. Does he get cleaned up or is that stumped? I thought he got cleaned up. No, he didn't. Apologies, sorry. Got a bit trigger happy with myself there. No, really, really good bowling from, I think it's Sandakan. Yeah, from Sandakan. Really good bowling, the left arm spinner. Yeah, it's frustrating. Apologies, Magical Gamer, for on behalf of everyone else. Apologies. On behalf of the cricketing world, apologies. Oh, that's a really good shot. That was good fielding. Good fielding though. Very good fielding to palm that away. West Indies are always a fantastic bowling outfit, aren't they? I always say that West Indies have fantastic stuff. Really, really good stuff. 93 for 7 here. If West Indies go on to win this, it's a fantastic comeback. That's what I'm going to say. But Sri Lanka have really impressed me with the ball here today. They've definitely looked more towards spin than seam, and it seems to have paid off the trial by spin. Natural Game is utterly frustrated. Yeah, apologies. Oh, Bollard smashes that leg side straight down cow corner, and they managed to get round, and that would just be a couple. So really, really good stuff from Sri Lanka in the field. Natural Gamer says, yeah, I know, copyright strikes and all, damn. This West Indies channel, either they should show it or let someone else show it. Yeah, I agree. Oh, that's a big one. Is it a big one or is it out? Let's have a look. No, it's out. That's a big wicket. Kieran Pollard was struggling. He was 13 or 14. He tries to go big over the extra cover boundary, which is one of the biggest boundaries. I don't know why he tried to go for that one. And it's 93 for 8, and the captain, El Capitan, has to depart. And West Indies are reeling here. Guys, we were excited about the big hitting. We haven't seen big hitting. We've seen some big bowling, some fantastic bowling from Sri Lanka, some pretty poor batting as well from West Indies, some pretty poor application. It's 93 for 8. And I'll tell you what, this game could be over before the 20 overs are up. Charles says game over. Yeah, it looks like it, unless these tailenders that are in start bashing about, and you never know. Next thing you know, there's outside edges and inside edges flying around before at ridiculous angles that no one fields at. So, yeah, don't count them out just yet, but it's going to be a mammoth task, I think, for sure, after after not watching the whole thing, and then also, for sure. McCoy is 3. He's got 3 overs, and McCoy actually, the left armour, he's in. And Sandakan has got 1 ball remaining in his over. So let's see how he does. Left armour. Oh, that's well bowled. That's really well bowled. It's getting grip and turn, and that one's actually bounced too much. Otherwise, it's plumb. You want to see it's 1 for 9 off 3 overs. Really well bowled by Sandakan as well. All the bowlers from Sri Lanka have been very impressive, apart from Tasar Pereira, went for 19 in his first over. Everyone else has been pretty good. I think they've all performed really well, especially the spinners as well. The spinners have been fantastic in the way they've bowled. They really have. He's bowled. Sandakan's already well. Hasaranga's bowled really well. But yeah, it's 93 for 8 off 17. And West Indies are going to struggle here to get this total because it's 78 needed off 3 overs. So unless we get a really big injection of money, what's that money? Unless West Indies can get a big injection of runs in this over, it's going to be really, really hard for them. Angelo Matthews, is he on, or is it Tasar Pereira? Tasar Pereira? Why is Tasar Pereira? He got hit for 19 in his first over. Why would you go back to him? Bizarre. Charles says, where did West Indies go wrong today? They simply didn't apply themselves to the chase. If going got tough, hold on 1 second, Tasar Pereira. This is why you don't bowl Tasar Pereira. I literally just said he went for 19 in his first over. Why would you bring him back on? He just got slapped about in that first over. His confidence is clearly not going to be there. And he bowls a half-volley first ball and gets absolutely destroyed from McCoy. It's easy. He just punches that down the ground for 6. Not even joking. It's a 90-meter 6. There's a full flow of the bat. It's in the slot. That's an absolute shocker from... it's just shocking. That's terrible captaincy. I think it's Angelo Matthews. A terrible captaincy. Flicked into the leg side. It will only be. Let's have a look. They're going to run 2. Yeah, they are. Good running from West Indies. Really good running. He says, if going got tough, they didn't even take singles when the field is back. They wanted to hit their way out of trouble. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look, the issue that West Indies have had, and to be honest with you, it's what a lot of teams have had, is that, when the going gets tough, as you said, they don't say, okay, is that another 6? Oh my God, it is. This is going to be a huge over. This could turn the game around. This has been one of the worst decisions to bring back on Tasar Pereira. One of the worst decisions they could have ever made. What are they doing? What are they doing bringing him back on? He just went for 19 in the first over. He bowled and he's just been hit for 2 sixes. And why are they surprised by that? First one for 6, third one's gone for 6. Shocker. But yeah, I agree with you, Charles, 100%. Need to be taking singles and doubles, looking for gaps in the field. Natural game and manipulating the field to their will, right? So then they can manipulate the field so that it opens up gaps that you'd want to hit to. Tasar Pereira running in. Oh, that's a big one. That's 4 runs. What a shot through the covers. This guy McCoy can bat. He can bat. He's at 10. He can bloody bat though. It's 18 off 4 for him. And Desai Pereira is just, what the hell is he doing? He's just giving him freebies. It's like he's in the nets. Like, you know when you're in the nets and someone says to you, "Can you give me half volleys, please, just to drive? You know, just to get warmed up." That's what Desai Pereira is doing at the moment with McCoy. Oh, it's just shocking bowling. And Magical Gamer says, on which channel are they streaming in the UK? Plus, it's free. I mean, on the internet, it's BT Sport. BT Sport is the channel. Magical Gamer says, what are the options? Are Sri Lanka's other options? I mean, bowling. They've got a lot. They've got Sandakan's got one more over left. Gunatilaka's got 3 overs left. They want Tisara Pereira to bowl this over and the death over. After this, oh, that's poor fielding. It's gone straight through him for 4. This is a huge over. We've got 6-2-6. What the hell? Oh my god, it's McCoy again, and this time it's gone straight through the fielder. This is poor from Sri Lanka. This is really poor. They've set the game up so nicely, bowling wise, and this over's going to ruin it all. Again, it's pinged down the ground. Luckily, it hits him on the chest. He's lucky there. It's a full toss. It's 6-2-6. So let's have a look. Let's tally out that 12, 14, 18, 22, 23 off that over. 23 off that over. Sara Pereira needs to go home. He needs to go home. He's just gone for 42 off his 2 overs. He should not be bowling another over. That's it's just shocking. It's 116 for 8, and that was just a bloodbath. It really was. Sara Pereira just had an absolute shocker though. Seriously, that's just poor bowling, and it's poor captaincy to bring him back on. I know they're probably thinking, "Oh, you'll back him." I tell you what, if they bring him back on now, that will be even worse for the final over. Natural game. Who are the other batsmen? Who are these batsmen? Bloody hell, who knows? McCoy and Sinclair, they're both tailenders, they're bowlers, but McCoy is 23 of 6. There you go, Sandakan's on. Bring the spinners back on. Spinners have been good. And tailenders are going to find it hard to hit spinners. I don't know why they just put pace on the ball and gave half volleys away. Charles says, thank you, Matthews, for making the game interesting. Yeah, exactly. Magical game, laughing face. What is happening to Tisara? He says, does this guy suck or what, man? So what's happening to Tisara Pereira? Does this guy suck or what, man? Is what Magical Gamer is saying. Crack up. Oh, he's cleaned him up, Sandakan. And that's what I mean. See? What, like, easy. Also, McCoy tries to run down the ground and smack Sandakan down the ground for 6. And there we go. Wicket. Look at that. Easy. Don't bring on pace. Like, these guys are tailenders. They want pace. They want in the slot. Sandakan just bowls over the wicket, or around the wicket. Sorry, left-hander. So over the wicket to the left-hander of McCoy, and just puts it on a good length, good line, bit of turn, bit of grip, bit of bounce. And McCoy tries to charge him, gets cleaned up. Simples. Come on, guys. Just because it's the last 2-3 overs doesn't mean you can't bowl spin. The spin has been working. And these guys they're not facing Kieran Pollard at the other end. They're facing this tailender who is struggling to hold the bat. And instead you say, let's have here's some throwdowns. Go and drive me for 6. Like, come on. With 116 for 9, Sri Lanka should now close this match out. I'll tell you what, Tisara Pereira nearly lost the match for them single-handedly, just with the ball. So let's have a look how this goes. What would be interesting is if this over actually manages to get bowled and no one gets out, and then if Andrea Matthews still brings on Tisara Pereira and then he gets slapped to ground for another 23-run over, then we'll definitely have an interesting finale, that's for sure. It's 116 for 9 off 18 overs. So only 2 overs remaining. We're 1 over into the penultimate over. Oh, well bowled, really well bowled from Sandakan. I'll tell you what, that's damn good that Sri Lanka, they're both their openers can bowl spin as well. And they can bowl pretty well. Gunatilaka and Sandakan, they can both bowl spin like at a good level, it looks like. Oh, I say that, and then he's just bowled a full toss Sandakan, and but it's down the ground just for a single. Fido Edwards giving that a bit of a swipe. Sinclair now is the Sinclair and Edwards are both at the crease, so I guess they'll be looking to try and I don't know, do something. Michael Game says, "Well, Gunnar Talaka has a wicket." Yeah, he does. He bowled right. Oh, is that out? Yes, it is, and it's game over. Wow, wow. That is quality stuff from Sri Lanka. I was about to, I was about to have a go at flipping Tasara Pereira, but it's fine. It's all over, and West Indies have just been absolutely battered here. They've been battered, really. I mean, Sri Lanka, the bowling display was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and they win by let's see if my maths is correct this time, 43 runs. Um, That's some really, really good performance and fantastic display by the Sri Lanka openers who set up the game for them nicely. There's like a 90-run partnership, and the bowlers, Hasaranga, Chimera, all the bowlers really, they all chipped in. And apart from Tasara Pereira, who nearly lost the game single handedly for them, everyone else did a fantastic job. Come on, second. I'll tell you what, it sets up the 30, 20, 90, doesn't it? Because now it's going to be decided. It's not a dead rubber, which is what you don't want. Cryptic says, "I'm back again. I was off for a while. What happened whilst I was gone?" So basically, what happened? Sorry. Sri Lanka were taking regular wickets, and it just looked like West Indies were going to struggle to get anywhere in the total. Then the Tasara Pereira nearly gave Sri Lanka fans a heart attack and went for 23 1 over after he'd just been hit for like 90 in the first over. Andrew Matthews thought he'd give them a glimmer of hope by bringing him back on. But then they managed to bring the spinners back on, which is what they should have done, and just picked up 2 wickets in the last 2 overs. And that's it, game over. Magical Gamer says, "Yo, by the way, do a 1-minute review, a shorts one, so you can get more views." Yeah, Usher from Cricket Rust 2.0 does that as well, so I probably don't want to do the same thing. Yeah, I was thinking something like that, but I might do like 5-minute ones because you know what I'm like. I like talking. You know what I'm like love talking. But yeah, I should really do 5-minute ones. I prefer doing the lives because I can get people on to discuss it, and I actually prefer that rather than just doing it myself and recording it. But as I said, I put my email in the chat. I'll put my email in here again, actually, as well for you guys. Please do send me suggestions for the channel that you think will help improve the channel, and I'll have a look into them. So things that you think can improve the channel, and also just suggestions for videos as well. Like it can be anything that's cricket related. Just chuck it in there. Give me your thoughts, what you'd like to see, and we can do it. Charles Shaw says, "Life is easy when you're Tasara. Can't bat, can't bowl, still MVP for Sri Lanka." Yeah, exactly. They're having a look at so Tasara Pereira went for 2 overs, 42 runs off 2 overs. Chimera bowled so well, 4 overs for 26 runs, 2 wickets. Dhananjaya, 4 overs. He bowled so well. Sandakan bowled so well, 3 overs for 10 runs off 3.4 overs. So Sandakan, Hasaranga, Chimera, all 3 of them bowled unbelievably. Here you go. Crypto17 says, "Achal, I saw your vids. Where did you play? India, Pakistan." What vids? Oh, Achal, your vids already up. Sick. If they are, I'll go check them out. What is this under your Is this under your your YouTube chat? Like, is it under like a Achal Shah? No. Let's have a look. Yeah, Cryptic, have you seen that? What's going on? Let me know. Let me know. And Magical Gamer says Sandakan well is a bowler. Sandakan, he opened the batting, didn't he? Am I incorrect? Let's have a look. No, oh, sorry, I got mixed up. Nisanko is who I was talking about. Sorry, my bad. Charles Shaw says India. Magical Gamer says game over. Well done, Sri Lanka. West Indies cricket should die in hell for not showing the match. That is harsh, Magical Gamer. CryptoGuard17 says, nice. How close did you get? From Pro. Are you Muslim? Magical Gamer says, but do your own version. That's not copying. Yeah, of course I can. Yeah, 5 minutes is good. Yeah, that's my email address. Email address is up here for anyone who wants to send me any emails regarding suggestions for the channel, video suggestions, things that you think things you think might help improve the channel, potential collaborations that you think you'd like me to do as well is fine. I can try and sort them. Hassarenga got player of the match. I think that's only right, to be fair. And yeah, just anything else really, just far away. And also, guys in the chat, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know I say it, a couple of times, but it really, really does help the channel. And yeah, I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, everyone, as well. You're all legends. Cryptic RH17 says, Allah Hafiz, bro. Allah Hafiz, have a good evening. 1:27 in the morning, bloody hell. And Magical Gamer says, what did you ask? What do you want to ask? What do you mean? What do you mean? Tell me. No, he's a bowler. Yeah, he's a bowler, isn't he? Crypto RH17 says he's a left arm quick good bowler. Who? Hey? He is a left arm quick good bowler. Who? A Achal. But where's the video of a Achal? As in, where have you seen the video of a Achal? That's what I want to know. I want to see it. I want to see it. Natural Gamer says, do you have over 1K subs? Don't answer that question. I'm between. I'll give you a range because I'm trying not to give myself, as Cryptic will say, will know Nuzzer. I'm between 500 and 2,000. Crypto07 said, I saw his video on YouTube. Yeah, but what channel is and what is it called? What's it called? What's it called? What's the it was one more, but it was good. Cryptic, can you send the link in this chat so I can have a look at it? Because then I might say to Charles, actually, I might tag him on it, put it on my just search for Charles Shaw. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, fastball. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. Let's have a look. Okay. Nice. Charles, if you ever come to the UK, we'll have a net. We'll have a net, Charles, if you ever come down. Right, okay, let's go through all the rest of these comments. And let's have a look. Magical Game. Oh, sorry, Cryptic said, I went on Cricket for Americans and asked them to collab with you. Oh, that's nice of you. Thank you. They're really nice guys, aren't they, Cricket for Americans? They are. I might contact them actually and try and collab with them because they seem like nice guys, and I haven't had them on yet, so that'll probably be a good one to do. Cryptic said he is working with you. That will be a nice live, bro. What do you mean? Is he's working to do a collab? Fair enough. Magical Gamer says, "Oh yeah, do a collab with Cricket Americans. I'd love to collab with you, but I haven't done a face reveal." Where's the face reveal, Magical Gamer? What? That's quite funny, you know that. Yeah, I've just seen the video of a child. Good wheels of child. Nice little action as well. I like it. Horace Arshad says, all down to the final game now. Yeah, exactly. All down to the final game. So it's fantastic. It's fantastic, right? Because it could have been a case of it being a dead rubber, and no one wants to see a dead rubber. So yeah, for sure that would be great. Let's see here. Horace says you should discuss upcoming World Cup with them or something. Okay. Okay. Yes, good point. Horace Arshad says Magical Gamer says after 1K. Magical Gamer, you don't know my subs, man. You don't know my subs. He says I've got 100. I've got 70. Magical Gamer says I have 740 odd right now. Okay, that's cool. Nice stuff, Magical Gamer. Doing well. 17 says Cricket for Americans said he's working to have a collab with you. Okay, he hasn't contacted me yet, but they haven't contacted me yet. But I guess they may do. I might ping them myself, and then we can maybe get it sorted. Yeah, you know what? It's really hard to find people's channels on here. Like Magical Gamer, I'm trying to find your channel. Do you have your own channel then, Magical Gamer? Let's have a look. Well, I'll go through. Horace, that's a really good question, by the way. Let me get to that. Oh, good comment. He says, I know Pakistan are capable of winning T20 World Cup, inshallah. It's just, I don't know, our strongest team. Magical Gamer says, I meant my channel. I can see your sub amount through Social Blade. What's Social Blade? What's Social Blade, Magical Gamer? Ooh, interesting. Cryptic says, same Harrisburg. I also think they have a great chance with good selection, inshallah. Yeah. I think it's interesting to see. I don't know. It's just interesting to see who we pick, really. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, right? Like, fingers crossed, we pick the right people, and there's no politics in the way. We just pick the strongest team, and we pick the conditions as well. Like in India, it's going to be quite spin friendly. Yeah, so that'll be really good. Let's have a look here. Oh yeah, I do Jadoo Gaming Legend. Haris Arshad says, Social Blade, you can see YouTubers' rough income and channel stats. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, because 740 is not correct for my sub count. But I guess if it's rough, and that's probably why. I guess it doesn't update live stuff as well. But look, fingers crossed, we'll see. At some point, I will put my subs as viewable, like properly, so you guys can see it. But I really do appreciate your support. I'm just trying not to, like we have in Cryptic will know this, like Nuzzer and stuff. I try to just keep to myself, and of course, like once it gets to a point where I feel like, okay, I'm kind of at a place where I think it's doing pretty well, then yeah. Cryptic says, Fazan, please be live when Pakistan play the World Cup. Yeah, of course I will. 100%, bro. 100%. I'll be live when Pakistan are playing the World Cup. I'll 100% be live. Don't worry at all. That's like a given. That's a given. The World Cup I'm really looking forward to, because that's going to be great to live stream games for that. That'll be in November as well, so it'll be cold here as well. So what can you do? Natural Gamer says Social Blade is a website where you can view YouTube channel stats and all of any channel. Nice. Okay. Little spyware, isn't it? That's quite funny actually. I do have my own channel. I make like cricket gaming. Okay. Is that like cricket 19 stuff, Magical Gamer? 740 is my sub count, man. Nice. Is your Magical Gamer, let me know what your channel's called. I'll subscribe to it. Why not? I won't even watch it, doesn't matter. I'll still subscribe. Support is always good. If your channel's called Magical Gamer, I can't find it. It says Magical Gamer face reveal. Is that what you're talking about? No way. I subscribed. My channel is. Oh, let's get through this. Magical Gamer says, "Not yours." Yeah, bro, I get you, Fazan. Inshallah, our channel will be successful. Your channel will be successful. Thank you, appreciate it. Naz is real. Just say Alhamdulillah and stuff in it. Yeah, exactly. Harasasha says that World Cup gonna give me a heart attack. Yeah, it will. I mean, it's just gonna be carnage. The World Cup it should be fun though, and just having a look at the highlights here, and spin was just the spinners did so well for Sri Lanka. They just did unbelievably well, and they turned the game really. I thought 160 wouldn't be enough given West Indies' powerful batting lineup, but they picked up wickets regularly, and they just didn't let any of the West Indies batsmen settle. Pressure's the way to go, right? He says, "Yeah, I've got cricket 19." Yes, cricket 19. Okay, nice. I subbed to his channel. His sub count is 751. Yeah, I do have cricket 19 as well. I just don't play it anymore. This is my channel. Fantastic. Hamza, Salam Bajan, wa alaikum assalam. Go to sleep, Hamza. Go to sleep. It's 1:37 in the morning. Crazy boy. Magical Gamer says, like the one I'm commenting on. Okay, I'll have a look. Magical Gamer Cricket, you said. That's fine. Let's have a look. I found it. Nice. Cool. Let's have a look. Oh, so is it similar? Laughing Coyote does a similar thing, right? Magical Gamer. Cool. Yeah, I'll subscribe. Why not? Might not watch it, but it doesn't matter. Cryptocurrencies and Walaikum Salam Bajan Sab. Oh, jokes. Harazasha, what do you think of Misbah? What do you think of Misbah as a coach and Waka? I don't know. I'm not a massive fan of either, really, but as I'm not a massive fan of either as coaches, but I just think I don't really know the ins and outs of it, to be honest with you. The man management seems to leave a lot to be desired, but I don't know whether it's them or whoever. But yeah, either way, it'll be good. It'll be good. Right, let's have a look at these last few comments, and then I'm gonna get some well-deserved sleep. Type Metro Gamer, yeah, all done. You might be able to find it. Imagine a Pakistan versus India final. Imagine if it's a Pakistan versus India final in India, and Pakistan win. That probably would never happen, but I'm just gonna say if that happens, just imagine Pakistan will have to get out of India ASAP. That's what I'm saying. That would be quite funny though. Just in general, just the final would be funny in general. We need Armin and Shaheen though. I don't know. Maybe Sri Lanka need better fast bowlers. They've got good fast bowlers now coming through. They've got like 3 or 4 bowlers that can bowl 140k plus. Sri Lanka, like they have Chimera. They've got a lot of others as well. Avitha Fernando bowling the Test matches. They've got a couple. They've got a couple. Yeah. Magical Gamer says, thanks, mate, no problem at all. Fazan collab with Laughing Coyote. He's a little cringe, though. But he's also a great person. And a YouTuber. Yeah. He seems like a nice guy. I speak to him on Instagram sometimes. Magical Gamer says, yeah, that's a good idea. Cryptic says, Armour will boost chances of winning the World Cup. Charles says that you can have explainer videos on intricacies of cricket. Also, a think tank on different ways of approaching the game management, etc. That's quite cool. Yeah, I actually did cricket coaching for a few years when I was a bit younger, actually. So I coached kids between the ages of 4 and 15. So yeah, I was thinking I could do videos on like batting, not like really informative stuff, more kind of fun stuff. But for example, if you see something that I don't know, someone's not, they do like comparisons between batsmen, so you could do that. So you can just go in between, right? So you could have, for example, like they in the South Africa series against Pakistan, they had Van der Dussen and Aidan Markram. They showed that Aidan Markram, his head was in line with the ball, his head was kind of in line with his front pad and bat whilst he was playing, whereas Van der Dussen, it wasn't quite. and that's why he was getting cleaned up by Hassan Ali through, through the gate. So yeah. But that's, yes, guys, as well. You know the email I put in here. Please do just send me a list, because on this chat I'll forget on here, like the suggestions. I'll try to remember, but it'll just be damn hard for me to remember. And then I never look back at my videos because obviously I've been in them. Harasasha said Armour, unfortunately, is kind of finished at international level. If I was going to say if he had a good PSL, but we're halfway through it, and obviously probably not going to finish, but we'll see. CryptoGarage17 says, Achal, will you support India or Pakistan? Actually, Achal, as well, as if you're listening, had a watch of your of you bowling. Looked good, man. Looked good bowling. So if you're ever down here in the UK, we'll sort out a net, and I want to face you in the net. See a little. We can have a little net. Left armour to batsman. It'll be a good little battle. But yeah, you look good. You look good. CryptoArch17 says, I think India. Yeah, of course he will be. I'm assuming. I don't know. Let's see. Social Blade, Natural Gamer says, Social Blade won't show your sub amount. We will leave it to be a secret. Natural Gamer, you really want to see my sub account? I think if you hide your sub account, no one can see it. I don't even think with Social Blade, although I don't know what Social Blade is, to be fair. Bro, why are you so curious, Sage? Kotaro17 says, Fazan, go pro matches. Oh, you would get loads of views. Yeah, I would. I'll go, but it'll be interesting because obviously I can't go to pro matches and like show the game. I can show snippets, obviously, so it'll be more of like a different type of different type of video, but it'll be quite cool. Crypto says you could get a GoPro coach a little bit of cricket, help players play matches on a GoPro. Yeah, I could actually. That's a good point. Are GoPros annoying to play with? But yeah, GoPro in the nets is a good point. I might do that. Would people be interested in that though? A GoPro in the nets? Maybe. I guess if I can record it and then put it in slow-mo and stuff, that'd be quite cool. Maybe I might do that. Yeah, you can do cricket drill vids like Rajasthan Royals UK Camp does for kids and teenagers. I haven't seen that, to be fair, but let me know what that is. Charles says, I support good cricket, normally support the weaker team, e.g. England today against India. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I like that. Harasasha says, Armin new ball, great death. Guys, as well, we've got quite a few people in the chat. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. You're all legends. Thank you very much. I'll get through all these comments far away. I'll probably stay on for 5-10 more minutes. So literally far away. I'll put my email address in here again. And like, if you have like a list of stuff that you think is great, then yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. 17 people. I love it. I love it. Anyone's got any ideas? So I'm just going to put it in here again. So for people that are new to the chat, first of all, thank you very much for joining. Please remember to like this video and subscribe. Second of all, Sri Lanka have just equal the series. It's 1-1, and a trial by spin has really helped them, including some good batting from the openers and a fantastic win, setting up nicely for the final T20, which will be decided, which will decide even the series. Harasosha says, Amen, new ball, great death, been suffering lately. Cryptaric17 says, nice, bro. Fazan, you can't play against a child who lives in India. Yeah, but if he comes to the UK, bro, not pro matches, go pro on the helmet. Okay. You can do GoPro in the nets for fun. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, 100% would. Okay, so you'd be interested in that. Okay. Well, the cricket season starts for us in like a month. So hopefully in the UK, if it's all sorted, then I can do it. I might try and think of. So I play tennis as well, right? Having a GoPro on whilst playing tennis is probably pretty damn difficult. But that would be quite cool. I don't know if that would be uncomfortable. I don't think that's possible, but batting probably is on the helmet. How expensive are GoPros? I'd have to look into that as well. See if I can do it. Charles says, I was in the UK for the 2019 World Cup, mate. Oh, nice. That's cool. I had some netballing at Surrey's Academy. Besides the Kia Oval fans, facilities in the UK are amazing. Yeah, facilities are. When I was younger, I used to have some coaching at the Oval, and the indoor facilities were ridiculous there. The facilities, I can't speak. The facilities in the UK are really good. So we're pretty blessed here in the UK to have those types of facilities. Can't complain at all, really, about the facilities here. It's been, I think just grateful to have the facilities we have. Cryptic says, Achal, you 100% should have a bowl at Fazan. You probably clean me up, to be honest with you, but it'll be good. It'll be good fun anyway. Lefty, you'll probably come in Muhammad Amir or Zahir Khan-esque and bowl a big in swinger and clean me up through middle and leg stump. Horace and Asha says, Ajal Shah, are you Indian? And Crypto Arch 17 says, I know this guy, he plays club matches on a GoPro on helmet. Oh, yeah, I've seen that actually, I think. He's got 50k subs just for playing club matches on a GoPro on a helmet. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder how he does that actually as well. I guess, does he have to make people agree to be on the GoPro though? Or can you just record people? It's interesting. I wonder if he. It'll be quite funny if he gets cleaned up first ball. You probably just see him chuck his bat down, in his gloves, and not happy at all. That'll be quite funny. That'll be hilarious. Yeah, guys. What do you think about West Indies? I mean, they're ranked 10th in the T20 rankings, but they clearly have got an immense amount of talent. Their batting let them down today, but the lineup looks really good. Obviously, they're missing Andre Russell and Hetmeyer and stuff, but really we weren't talking about it. We were thinking they were going to chase us down pretty easily, but it sets up the third T20 quite nicely. Sri Lanka did a really good job, though, I thought, as well. And Horace says here, yeah, you can just record if someone doesn't want to be shown. There's a blur, that's true, yeah. West Indies are hit or miss, says Horace. They need to gel as a team. Yeah, I get that. 100%. I think that's a very good point. And yeah, thank you guys as well for the suggestions about the channel. As I said, I've left I left my email address in here. It's also in my about tab. If you do want to send a note to me with a couple of suggestions just written down, please feel free to do so. Whether it's just suggestions on the channel about how you think things are run, whether I do or not, I don't know, but I'll look at it and I'll definitely take it on board. And it's good to get input from people who are subscribers, of course. And and also about collabs and suggested vids. This stuff is good actually. Crypto Arch 17 says, when is the PSL returning? So there's no definite date, but I think they're saying that it's going to be, they're looking at mid-July, just because realistically with the IPL starting in April, they're probably not going to be able to do it before then. So that's April to June. So then it's probably July, because a lot of international matches are played from August onwards, because you've got August, September, October in preparation for the November World Cup. November T20 World Cup even. So I guess they could fit that in there, and that would be a decent prep. But again, it's not international prep, but it's still, it's still decent prep to have on top of your international stuff. So yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed it happens. It'll be a massive shame if the PSL doesn't go ahead because of what's happened. So fingers crossed we can get it. And it'll be good to do. And Charles says here, have you been to county games? They have quite a good quality of Test cricket, especially with all the international guys. Yeah, so I have. I've been to quite a few county games. I've been to a lot of England games and also county games. So I live in Surrey, so I go and watch Surrey games. And the standard's pretty good. I mean, obviously Kohli played for Surrey for a year or so. We had Ponting played for Surrey, Sankara. Aaron Finch plays in the shorter formats, so they've had a lot of good players obviously come play. Mornay Morkel played for a couple of seasons, So yeah, some really good quality there, and yeah, it's good. It's good. I've been to some of the longer format games, also the one-day games, especially are good, and the T20s, of course. And I've been to World Cup games here. I've seen Pakistan play here in the Champions Trophy final. I've watched Pakistan as well. I watched the World Cup where we got stuffed by West Indies. I watched West Indies. I've watched loads of cricket. I've watched loads of cricket here. I love going to live cricket matches. Um, I haven't been to as many as I would have liked, actually, to be fair. But I've been to a fair few, so I'm grateful for that. And it's not the Oval's not too far from where I am. Lords is not too far either, so I've been to those two quite a lot. But I've been to Edgbaston, Trent Bridge as well. So I've been to those four. I'd like to go to the others as well, but we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed again. But yeah, the standard's pretty decent, to be fair, for sure. Crypto17 says, I've never been to a pro game, but I would have loved to this summer. Would have gone to Pakistan vs England, but in Manchester, 10k people allowed, but it got sold out in a day. Yeah, it's because Manchester's crazy. That's why. Where did Kohli play for Surrey? Where did Kohli play for Surrey? He played in, hold on, let me check. I'm going to guess 2013, 2015, but no, 2018. He played in 2018. Yeah. He didn't play many games though. So here we go. He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so 6. He played 6 games. 3 longer format games. 1 was T20 and 2 were ODIs. So that's why. Yeah, but yeah, he did. Cryptic says, why don't Indian players play other leagues? Obviously not PSL, but other leagues, BBL, England. Okay, so I can tell you about the franchises, because if any Indian players that play in the IPL are signed with the IPL, and they're not allowed to play other franchises. So Kohli can't play in the BBL, he can't play in the CPL, he can't play in the PSL. Even though that wouldn't happen, but still. So yeah, that's why. They can play domestic stuff. So, for example, county cricket isn't franchised, so they're allowed, I think, 1 or 2 international players in their team. So he could come, like he did play for Surrey, but yeah, he can't go and play other franchises. That's why. Horace said, did not know Cody played for Surrey. Yeah, he did. Pranith cases, wash hands. Thank you very much. Guys, as well, everyone in the chat, thank you very much for joining. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. It really does help. Your legends. Horace says that's because he only signed a 6-game contract. Yeah, that would be why. Cryptic says Ball played for Somerset. Somerset's are goated. Yeah, he did play for Somerset. He played really well in the. That was just a T20 blast, but he played really well the last 2 years for Somerset. A child is like playing for, sorry, someone like playing in India, right? He should have gone to Somerset or Kent. Yeah, a little bit. He should have gone to Kent or Nottingham or Middlesex, because Middlesex is Lords, Nottingham is Trent Bridge, and Kent is just a minefield. And Chris says that stupid IPL keeping player held hostage. One who says, when is South Africa series to Pakistan? That's in April. So in less than a month's time, it's 2nd of April. Okay, my laptop is about to die, so I'm going to go before I leave you guys hanging. Thank you everyone for joining. Really appreciate it. It's been a fantastic chat, and I will be on for a live tomorrow. I'll set it up. Tomorrow? If not tomorrow, definitely Sunday. I'm going to do I'm going to do the stream for the England India match. It won't be like 4 a.m. It'll probably be 8 a.m., 9 a.m. UK GMT time. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. I'd really appreciate it. I know most of you have already. Harris says bye, Cryptic bye. I love this as well. Rendezvous bye. Thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it. Have a fantastic Friday if it's still Friday for you, or weekend. And if I don't see you, yeah, stay safe. Otherwise, look forward to seeing you guys on the weekend. And guys, finally, Venice Cricket catch up on Sunday, probably around, I'm going to say 4 p.m. UK GMT time. Please do tune in for that. It's a weekly news roundup. Get involved. It will be alive. And yeah, fire over the questions with myself and Venu hosting. Cool. Thanks very much, guys. Have a fantastic one. Thanks, Achal.